Facebook, and YouTube. The people watching on YouTube that watch these replays, they probably say, Facebook, this is YouTube. We are. We're live on both platforms, so welcome. Craig is the first comment. Craig, you was off last night. Of course, you may have not. Craig, did you even know we were having a show last night? We were waiting. Who beat you out? Zachary Franklin, I think? I think Zachary Franklin beat you out. But you may have not known. We announced at 8 o'clock last night we were having a show at 9 o'clock. And it turned out pretty good, though. We sold, for what we sold dollar-wise amount was pretty good. For most part, we were only selling $2 and $3 items and $5 items. So on our end, it's probably good. It's probably good for y'all, too. You got a bunch of stuff for great prices. We were going through 45s. And Rydell Martin, I seen your post. I'm glad you came by, and I hate that I missed you. I saw where you were up at the Ark in Kentucky, and I thought I'd comment on your post and asked if you're coming by here and what time, but I guess either it didn't post or I may have thought I was commenting and I never did send it. But I seen where you're up in Kentucky, and I figured if you were that close, then you would have got closer. So yeah, people that come here, even if you watch every hour of our show, people that come here and visit our store, they always find something because, as y'all know, we're going to end up having 5 shows this week. And, you know, we're just going to be showing new stuff. And so if you've only been watching with us for 3 or 4 months, even 6 months or a year, there's stuff in the back in crates that you've never even seen before that's like new arrivals to you. So when we're doing stuff on sale, it's like new arrivals on sale for a lot of y'all. So, okay, I'm going to start off tonight with some dollar start auctions, but I'm not going to do them right now. We had some Japanese stuff come in from Japan, and Ed and Seth have been inspecting and double checking it and cleaning it. A lot of these we get are already cleaned and they've already graded them, but we double check them, and some of the lower grade stuff we buy, we test play it to make sure. So that's going to be our first dollar start auctions. Don't bid right now. Let me get started in this crate of new arrivals and of new vinyl. As always, we're going to start with new vinyl. Let me bring it a little bit closer. And tonight, we're going to be showing new vinyl, new Japanese vinyl, and new vintage arrivals while doing dollar start auctions. It's our standard Tuesday show. Lots of good surprises. So, all right. If I've missed anything, please send it again. If you have any questions, I'm now paying attention to the feed. I'm now officially showing records. A lot of pre-sales in here, but I'm going to go ahead and show them. The first thing was I thought this was out of print. And I had a wait list. I actually just messaged all 3 people. I had a wait list on this from almost a year ago. It's been a long time, back in August, I believe. And what they did was they changed the SKU on me. So I thought I had them back ordered, but they pulled the SKU and then they reissued it in a different catalog number or whichever you call that. SKU, URP. So I seen they were in stock and I was like, I've got people waiting on that. So I grabbed a few, I made a post, and of course, we've already sold several. Susie Breedlove, Sherry Darnell, Mike Cochran, Stacy Metternich. Susie Breedlove, Sherry Darnell, Mike Cochran, and Stacy Metternich. And Mike was on that wait list from like 8 or 9 months ago. These are $39.99, and this is Dazed and Confused, the movie. This is part 2 of the soundtrack. And it's on red with red splatter, bloodshot eyes. This is UPC. That's what I'm looking for, Marty. Thank you. $39.99. Free ride, no more Mr. Nice Guy, never been any reason, summer breeze. I mean, if you're familiar with the movie, you know how great. Right now, Volume 1 isn't in stock, but Volume 2, when these went out of print, oh man, they got expensive. I've got 2 left. They're $39.99. It's on bloodshot eyes splatter vinyl. Wild Style. What is Wild Style? I feel like I should know this. Wild Style obviously looks like hip hop. Is this a soundtrack comp? Soundtrack. Everybody's probably slapping their forehead. Chad, how did you not know that? Wild Style, limited edition yellow vinyl, Mr. Bongo, $31.99. Soundtrack to the iconic movie and landmark moment in hip-hop culture. It's probably something I should be familiar with. I think that's something Doug ordered. Dazed and Confused, sold to Kenny Heathcock. I've got one left. I've got one left on the Dazed and Confused. And Wild Style, $31.99, yellow vinyl. We've got two of those left. Didn't do a pre-order on that one. Here's something that came back in stock this week. This is Aerosmith's 9 Lives. Aerosmith's 9 Lives, first time on vinyl, which is true. When this album originally came out, it was just CD only. Maybe cassette, but I don't think so. And it includes 2 bonus tracks. I've already got several people down for this, and I've only got one left if you don't have it. Seth Garish, which was a new buyer from our group. He's messaged our page. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but Seth, I've got you down for one. Jerry Stone, Tracy McFadden, Dustin Chandler, Sherry Darnell, John Sheehan, Richard Davis, Tommy Green, Cody Chandler, and Randy Davis. Those, I think, 9, 10 people. You are down for one. They're pulled. They're tagged. They will be on this week's invoice. That one is sold to Paul Brothers. I'm now sold out, so if anybody else wants one, I will have to add you to the list. Aerosmith 9 Lives. That's an album that was never released on vinyl. So if you want a copy of it, if you're trying to complete your Aerosmith collection, there is no OG. That is the OG. Not technically, but you get what I'm saying. Chris Wood Sr. So Tanner will officially, I think those are still in stock, Chris, or anybody else that wants one. If they're not, you'll be on the wait list till they arrive. If it's like 8 months from now, I'll message you and make sure you still want it. So like the Dazed and Confused, this was from so long ago, we just don't slap it on your invoice and bill it to you. We message you and be like, hey, this was from like 8 months ago. Do you still want one? And like Stephen Tuttle, he'd already got one, and Tom Steyer had already got one. So that long ago, if it's something pretty recent though, we're probably just going to go ahead and bill you for it. So make sure if your name is put on a waiting list within 30, 60 days, if it comes back in, we're going to go ahead and bill you for it. But if it's some time out, you know, we're not going to, 6, 8 months ago, we're not just going to bill you for it. So if it's pretty recent, though, you can just go ahead and expect it to be automatic. Bad Brains. This is Bad Brains Quickness. This is a new repressing. It's on indie exclusive silver vinyl. This is an indie exclusive silver vinyl. Bad Brains is $26.99. Jeff Helton also wants on that Aerosmith waiting list. Aerosmith waiting list, Jeff Helton. So I think that's 2 people. I will try to get those back in. FM Soundtrack. FM Soundtrack. I don't think I've ever had this on new vinyl. It's a 2LP gatefold, $33.99. We see the vintage copies plenty. Usually they sell immediately. That's a brand new copy. I thought that was pretty neat. Didn't know they were repressing that. FM Soundtrack is $33.99. Now this is interesting. So this isn't a putback. This isn't a non-payment. This is a new shipment, and we only got one of them. I've got 20 more of these back ordered. They shipped me one, so the other 19 we're still waiting on. But it's Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. These are $99.99. Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. And we're waiting for the rest of them to come back in. We no longer have a waiting list on this. We still got about a dozen people waiting on Melancholy. But Siamese Dream, it's all been filled. So I think we've sold everybody. A copy of Siamese Dream that may want one, but we'll see. I've got one left if anybody else. If no one claims that one tonight, I don't have a copy in my collection. That may be mine because I heard they sound really good. Amy Winehouse, Linus Hidden Treasures. Amy Winehouse, I had one person waiting on this, Amy Winehouse, and that was Ann Manginelli. Ann Manginelli, and that was Amy Winehouse Linus Hidden Treasures, which they've accidentally put 2 hop stickers on this copy, and that is $48.99. $48.99. Greg, okay, so I've had FM before. I didn't even realize that, Greg. Well, does it sound good? Because I might keep this copy if no one else wants it. Jeff Helton put SM and then SP, and I think that's for Smashing Pumpkins. Correct, Jeff? Smashing Pumpkins. That one's gone. And David, which you look like a new buyer. I don't recognize your name. That one was just claimed by Jeff Helton, and that was the only one we had on hand. So If it's okay with you, we'll put down your name. We're expecting more of those in soon. If they just ship that one, then they're probably waiting to ship others. So, David, we'll put your name down on those waiting lists I was just telling you about, and when that comes in, we will notify you. They could be in this week. They're evidently printing more. Those things are actually pressed in Memphis, and when they were reissuing them, they were being heavily, they were pressing a bunch of them. Okay, before I show this next record, because I think there's a lot of people going to want the next record. Let's go ahead and get our auction started in the back. These I can go ahead and tell you all about because we just test played them. This is a Japanese pressing of Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti. It has all the inserts, which you know are the window panels and the two inner sleeves with the interchangeable. Also has the Japanese lyric insert. So the reason this is a check condition record, by no means is it low grade, but on, I guess, side one, that has no time, yeah, In My Time of Dying, there's a couple scuffs right here, and it just a light noise when it plays through it. It's like a couple scuffs, looks like something dragged across it. Very minor though. The other three sides are near mint minus, and we were listening to them. They sound fantastic. So this is a pretty nice copy of Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti, and we need, I may have said $1 start, but I think we can get to 20 pretty quick. I meant to say a $20 start on this one, but I mean, it's exceptionally nice. That problem I'm telling you about, it's very, very minor. So that you can pretty much assume this is a very, very nice copy, Japanese pressing too, of Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti. I would like a $20 start. Maybe someone to get me rolling there with a $20 start. That's a very nice copy. No Obi, of course, if I had an Obi with it, an Obi on that one would be, it would add $50, $60 to it probably. This is the Beatles, Beatles for Sale. The Beatles for Sale. It does have an Obi, as you can see. It's detached though. And we just, or is it just not slipped on there? Yeah, it just needs to be slipped on there. It has an Obi. It's not ripped or anything. It just needs to be put back on the cover. So that one has the Obi. Beatles for Sale. And we just test played this one. It has a mark on I'll Follow the Sun. Non-audible. So it looks bad when you play it. It had very light noise. So once again, a mark on this one, non-audible. Overall, EX plus / near mint minus is what I would grade this. I have test played it. Beatles for Sale, also a $20 start. UK Flag Series, Japanese pressing, and it also has the original lyric inner sleeve with it. So that has the insert as well. $20 start on the Beatles. Did you get this, or what was?
I had the next one over here.
Okay. All right. Okay, so there's that. So that's Tom Steyer. That was the one Tom Steyer didn't want. Okay. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin'. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreamin'. So I don't know if I finished what I was saying about Smashing Pumpkins, but David, it went to Jeff Helton. But if you want on that wait list, just please let us know. Dave Matthews Band is $29.99. Under the Table and Dreamin'. Brady Bell, John Sheehan, Brad Moore, and Adam Stein. I have y'all on a waiting list. Brady Bell, John Sheehan, Brad Moore, and Adam Stein. I've got 2 left available for sale. $29.99. Dave Matthews Band. Remastered or from original flat analog tapes, plus 3 unreleased studio outtakes. Dave Matthews Band is $29.99. High bid on Led Zeppelin is $35 with David Cox. And high bid on the Beatles is Robert V at $25. Robert V at $25. Want list for Siamese Dream and Melancholy. You got it, David. Thank you. And thanks for joining us. There's a lot of other opportunities to buy stuff tonight. We do $7 unlimited shipping. $7 unlimited shipping. So we ran an ad on Facebook for like, I'll go ahead and y'all can have y'all's daily, nightly laugh at me. We had a Facebook ad running for like 3 hours. We got like 100 new page likes in that time, but I had like 5 typos in the ad. And so I think we got a lot of new followers just from that 3 hours an ad was running, but guess what? I had a bunch of typos, and I misspelled Clint Black's name and all kinds of stuff. So I had to cancel that ad. We got to repost it tonight, but it was an ad saying we buy records, which the ad saying we buy records, there's usually a lot of people who hop on that want to buy records too. So we get a lot of new followers. Loudness, Thunder in the East. Loudness is on red vinyl, $28.99. Let me do the Dave Matthews Bands. Dave Matthews Band, more or less, let me know if you want one. They're $29.99, and then Jimmy Ball and Joe Musser gets one. Jimmy Ball and Joe Musser. So those are sold. So more or less, if you want one, please let me know. Those are in stock, and we can have them this week. And also Matt Kitron. They're on the waiting list. Okay. Matt Kitron. So yeah, Matt, you're next. And where are we at here? I'm trying to get back. I'm available for proofreading. Yes. Turbo on Loudness. I just showed Loudness. That's the next record. Red vinyl, and Turbo is on our. He messages through Instagram. That's something else we can start telling YouTube people. He didn't have Facebook, but he had Instagram, which Instagram messages come to our Facebook Messenger too. They're all synced. So Turbo's in our inbox. He gets Loudness. If anybody else wants one, Loudness, one more time. Thunder in the East. It's a Rocktober red vinyl. Those are $28.99. Is that the Dave Matthews Band same pressing? Yes, same pressing. We are taking waiting list on Dave Matthews Band. Actually, let me show that one more time. I was doing about 3 things at once when I showed that. These are sold. If anybody wants one, they're in stock. We probably should grab them while we can. Y'all know how pricey Dave Matthews Band stuff can get when it goes out of print. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming, is $29.99. If you want one, they're all sold. We can have them in this week. Tuesday night, if it's in stock, we can have you one that's on this week's invoice. Muse Showbiz. Muse Showbiz is $28.99. Muse Showbiz. We got a lot of stuff that, and by the way, the waiting list for that was Brady Bell, John Sheehan, Brad Moore, and Adam Stein. Brady Bell, John Sheehan, Brad Moore, and Adam Stein. Those 4, Adam, we've already got you down for one. Brad Moore, John Sheehan, and Brady Bell. George Buchanan wants one. It looks like Jason Ivey wants on the Siamese Dream list. And there was a couple before that. Did you get those, Tanner? Tom Steyer, Matt Kitron. Okay. Tanner's, if I missed something, Tanner's watching the same feed. He's taking care of all the waiting list. All right, and just came back in stock this week. Judas Priest, Ram It Down. Those are $28.99. Judas Priest, Ram It Down, $28.99. That album originally came out in 1988. Well, I've only ever had a few of them on vinyl for that reason. Slayer. Slayer is Seasons in the Abyss. $36.99 for Slayer. $36.99. Muse track list. Muse, and that is Showbiz. Muse Showbiz. That is Sunburn, Muscle Museum, Flip It, Falling Down, Cave, Showbiz, Unintended, Uno, Sober, Escape, Overdue, Hate This, and I'll Love You. That was for Tracy Miller. Will you get Aerosmith this week? I'm not for sure. I don't know if those are in stock or not. Gary Hackett wants Ram. Muse was $28.99. Jonathan Bodine takes the Slayer. And if anybody, a lot of these we just have one copies of. That's like, we've got one. If anybody else wants one, they'll be in this week. Jonathan Bodine gets Slayer. Taylor Hawkins and the Coattail Riders get the money. $24.99. Taylor Hawkins and the Coattail Riders get the money. Those are $24.99. Taylor Hawkins. And Jason Isbell and the 400 unit, the Nashville Sound. Jason Isbell, we had several people on a waiting list for this, I think. Jason Isbell, well, Randy Davis wanted 2 of them. Randy, I've got you down for 2 Jason Isbells and Chris Kirkley. This is the Record Store Day natural vinyl with black smoke. It's kind of like a gray color on that. Chris Kirkley on Taylor Hawkins. Michael Massey on Taylor Hawkins. Siamese Dream, Luke, we don't have any in stock. They're $99.99 for the waiting list. Siamese Dream. So those 2 Taylor Hawkins are sold to Chris Kirkley and Michael Massey. Courtney Eatman wants on the waiting list on that. Joe Barrios on a Dave Matthews Band waiting list. And Kelly McDonald on a Siamese Dream waiting list. A lot of waiting list. I've got a lot of stuff to order tonight. Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King. This is the gold vinyl version. The gold vinyl version with the bonus 7-inch single. I only have one of them. $59.99. Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King, $59.99. Gold vinyl. I've got Michael Ling. We had three come in. I sold two in the group. Michael Ling, yours will be on this week's invoice if you're watching, and then I have one for sale. I still got them on black vinyl, but this is the gold vinyl variant. Those are $59.99. Paul Brothers wants on the Dave Matthews Band waiting list. Eye in the Sky, we're waiting for them to ship. I have like 20 people who ordered one with me. That's been a very weird release. They've pushed it back for almost a year. We don't know when they're going to ship. We have no idea when they're getting here. They keep that all secret. Just like all of a sudden, Eric Clapton Unplugged. Those just started shipping randomly a couple months ago. No one had no idea. Samantha Fish, Black Wind Howlin'. Samantha Fish is $24.99. Samantha Fish, and we have several people that already got one of those. Debbie Blair, Chris Kirkley, Cindy Jones, Chris Crowley, Jimmy Ball, Wayne Heat, Jerry Stone, and Mick LaFoot. Debbie Blair, Chris Kirkley, Cindy Jones, Chris Crowley, Jimmy Ball, Wayne Heat, Jerry Stone, and Mick LaFoot. That is Samantha Fish, Black Wind Howlin'. And Aerosmith in stock. Good. Go ahead and, well, I was about to say we probably need to go ahead and lock those in, but we can do it. They'll still be there. They'll still be there. They don't process any orders till in the morning. Richard Davis and Walt Cruz and Bob Riger, you'll be on that waiting list. These were in stock, I'm pretty sure. So Bob, you'll be the first waiting list on that one. Stranger Things, this is season 1 soundtrack. This is about the only one we can get right now. We can't get 2 or 3. Stranger Things is $29.99. This is not score music. This is the music from Stranger Things. Season 1. I guess you could call it Volume 1 too. $29.99 on Stranger Things. Samantha Fish, other than the waiting list, went to Richard Davis and Walt Cruz. Bob Riger, you're first on the waiting list. And these, I had somebody else we pulled one for. Who was else waiting for one of these? I've already showed these once last week. Paul Brothers. Paul Brothers, we're going to pull one for Zach Biley and Matt Kitcherin. I'm always going to keep that in stock, so I'll order one for you, and I'll order another one for the store or anybody else that wants one. Those, they have plenty of those in stock. Jack Johnson, Meet the Moonlight. Jack Johnson, indie exclusive Milky Clear vinyl. Jack Johnson, $36.99. $36.99. Jack Johnson, Meet the Moonlight. Milky Clear indie exclusive. Jack Johnson is $36.99. All right. I'm glad David Cox bid on Led Zeppelin because I was about to say, where are we at on that? Let me show Led Zeppelin. This is a Japanese pressing of Led Zeppelin. Like I said, we test played this one because it had one mark that goes through In My Time of Dying. There wasn't really any sound issues with it for a original vinyl anything, Led Zeppelin physical graffiti, especially Japanese pressing. This is exceptionally nice. Derek Hartman is at $45. Derek Hartman's at $45. Where did we get to on the Beatles? I'm going to have to scroll back up on that. This is Beatles for Sale with Obi, and it's very, very nice. And it had that one non-audible mark on I'll Follow the Sun. The last bid I see, well, there's a lot of bids on Led Zeppelin. Robert V, just $25. That's like stealing it. That's like a third of the price. Robert V, you're at $25 on Meet the Beatles. I will say going once, going twice, though, but surely no one will let that one slip through for $25. I might have to bid. And then Jack Johnson, we had a couple sale. Well, I see Jerry Stone wants one on Jack Johnson. And does anybody else want one? Anybody else want one? I'll take Tillman Smoot wants on the Stranger Things waiting list. And Led Zeppelin's now at 50. And the Beatles is now at 30. Stranger Things Season 4. Still waiting for that one. That one's supposed to come out in September.
You want to show these for wait list purposes? Or?
Yeah. So here's some things that was put backs, but we have waiting lists for. Matchbox 20. There's already several people on that one. If you don't know if you're on there or not, you can go ahead and say, I'll take one. If you're already on the list, I won't put you on there twice, but that's the red vinyl 20th anniversary edition. And that came back in stock this week, Tool Undertow. And I need to read this one off because not everybody got one. We only had 10 come in. Tool Undertow. Tool Undertow. And that is $49.99 for Tool Undertow. If you want on that list, there may be more coming in this week or next week. Tool went to Dakota Wilkie, Zach Bowman, David Cox, Scott Sneed, Jeff Debin, Kevin Jordan, Linda Hasty, Doug Jefferson, Jimmy Ball, and Joe Barrios. Those are, that's everybody who got one. There was about 5 other names that didn't get one. And if you want on that list, whenever they come in, please let me know. So, Tool crushed my heart again this week. I don't know if y'all have heard, but they're reissuing Tool. They're reissuing Fear Inoculum again, but this time in just a standard tri-gatefold packaging on 3LP black vinyl, just like a standard release. And we still got like 20 box sets to try to sell. And I didn't expect them, if they were going to reissue something, I would figure it would be 10,000 Days or Anima, but they chose to reissue Fear Inoculum again. And it's only like, it was a fourth of the price of the box set. So we're going to be posting a pre-order on that. I know I've probably sold a lot of box sets, but some people may want that packaging because it's more compact and easier to listen to. So, yes, the $190 box sets that we basically were giving away at $125, now those are like $100 and less. So we're pretty much just going to have to store those things, and we still got about 20 of them left. So if anybody wants to buy one, I will gladly sell you a Fear Inoculum box set. But at this point, we're probably just going to store those and forget that we have them. It's probably the biggest nightmare of a release I've ever encountered. But I know we probably can sell more of the 3LP version. That's more, they should have done that to begin with. Rush Clockwork Angels, $49.99. As you see, everybody's orders has been filled, and I've got my back stock shipment to keep in place. And this is $49.99. Rush Clockwork Angels, $49.99. No one has one. We've got them in stock, and I've got about 20 of them. So that's my back stock for that. Okay, let me go back to the top. Tanner, I think somebody else claimed a Jack Johnson, didn't they? Chris Kirkley wanted a Jack Johnson. Tracy Miller wants on the Tool waiting list. Led Zeppelin, we got 60 on Led Zeppelin. Chad, did you get in the Christine McVie Songbird? No, I didn't. I missed that one. So I've got to wait on that. You can give my Tool to the next. Linda Hasty said scratch his Tool off the list. So who was first? Tracy Miller? Somebody's on a waiting list. Somebody's getting a Tool tonight. Yeah, we do. That's right, we do. Okay, never mind. Okay. All right, I think I'm caught up now. So let's recap the spin. The first grade always takes the longest. We have Even More Dazed and Confused, $39.99. Even More Dazed and Confused soundtrack. We have 2 of those left. Those are $39.99. We have Wild Style. Wild Style is $31.99. Soundtrack, yellow vinyl, $31.99. We have Bad Brains. This was called Bad Brains Quickness, $26.99. That's on silver vinyl, $26.99. FM soundtrack was $33.99. Amy Winehouse was $48.99. Muse, $28.99. Muse Showbiz, $28.99. Jason Isbell, The Nashville Sound. Jason Isbell, and that is on the colored vinyl, natural vinyl with black smoke. It's like grayish looking vinyl, $29.99. One copy, the gold vinyl version of Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King, $59.99. And then plenty of Rush Clockwork Angels. That is $49.99. Did Stacy get a Dazed and Confused? I believe you did. Where's that at? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right, if I've missed anything, please let me know. Let's do a final call on the auctions. If you've asked any questions, just send it again. Kevin Willis is at $60 on the Japanese pressing of Physical Graffiti. Very nice copy. Has a non-audible mark on it. And then the Beatles. High bid on the Beatles was John Sheehan at 36. John Sheehan at 36. These are very nice pressings. They do have non-audible marks on them, but I have test played them. They've got Chad's stamp of approval. So there's one mark going through In My Time of Dying. It's inaudible, and other than that, it's a very, very nice Japanese pressing. Craig said 156 viewers. I know. I better start showing vinyl. Everybody's here wanting to buy, and I'm over here talking. Let's go through. Let's see here. I don't know. We got a lot of. We'll go through this bin. We got a lot of new vintage stuff in. 6 crates to be exact. And we found a crate from Kevin's collection that I don't think we've ever been through. So George Buchanan's at 37 on the Beatles. Kevin has Led Zeppelin for $60. Going twice, going 3 times. Those are both Japanese pressing. The Beatles is complete with obi. Led Zeppelin doesn't have the obi, but it has the inserts with it. So 60 on Derek Hartman's at 65 on Led Zeppelin now, and George Buchanan's at 37 on the Beatles. So, okay, OG, we're back to the vintage stuff. This is the Youngbloods, $29.99. This is the Youngbloods. The Youngbloods, this is the Youngbloods, $29.99. Led Zeppelin 65, Kevin's out, so that's going once, going twice. And we have the Beatles at 37 of George Buchanan, going once, going twice. Shaquille O'Neal, no hook, 12-inch single. Shaquille O'Neal, $14.99. Yes, that's Shaq. Ravi Shankar, Festival from India. Ravi Shankar, $24.99. That's a 2 LP. This is the Charlie soundtrack, which is also music by Ravi Shankar, $19.99. The Sundowners, $19.99. The Sundowners. The Carpenters, this is the singles collection. The Carpenters singles collection is 69 to 73. That's like a greatest hits, $9.99. Mr. Oscar Brown Jr. Goes to Washington. That is $19.99. Billy Cobham, A Funky Side of Signs. Sealed, $39.99. Primetime, Don McLean is $14.99. The Hughes Corporation, Freedom for the Stallion. That has Rock the Boat on it, $14.99. Aaron Gardner wants the Shaq 12-inch single, sold to Aaron Gardner. Going twice, going 3 times, 65 on Zeppelin and 37 on the Beatles. Going twice, final call, going 3 times. Little Richard, 2 records Springboard. I bet this is like a compilation, but it's on Springboard, which isn't a OG label, but it's still all right, I guess. Let me get my camera situated here. I feel like the angle's not quite what it usually is. Little Richard, King of Rock and Roll, $19.99. Little Richard, King of Rock and Roll. Elton John, Captain Fantastic, $24.99. It certainly feels like it has all the inserts with it. It looks like it does. Book, poster, 2 books, inner sleeve. Captain Fantastic, Elton John. That is $24.99. New Order, Substance, 1987. New Order, Substance, 1987, $99.99. Wow, didn't know we had that. $99.99. New Order, Substance. Asia, Self-Titled is $19.99, and XTC English Settlement. XTC English Settlement, $24.99. XTC English Settlement. George Buchanan, first to Substance. Craig was second. These 2 auctions are sold. The Beatles is sold to George Buchanan for $37. Seems like a steal. And Derek Hartman, you get Physical Graffiti for $65. First to XTC is Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson on XTC. So George Buchanan got Substance. Craig, you were second. New Order, Substance, same thing. Robert Johnson was first to XTC. Yass, you were second on New Order. George Buchanan, you were second on XTC. The Who, Odds and Sods. The Who, Odds and Sods is $19.99. The Gentrys, White Label Promo. The Gentrys, $19.99. That's on Sun. Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out. Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out is $24.99. John Cougar, Nothing Matters and What If It Did is $19.99. And Alabama Wild Country. Alabama Wild Country, that's on Plantation. Early Alabama. Some of their first stuff. $39.99 on Alabama. Jim Croce, The Life and Times of Jim Croce is $14.99. Billy Joe Turnstiles, $14.99 for Joel. And Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits, $14.99. That's Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. Gloria Estefan, Let It Loose, $14.99. And Paul Simon, There Goes Rhymin' Simon, $19.99. Funky, not Funky Girl, Funny Girl, Barbra Streisand soundtrack, $19.99. I guess she played in the film too. And Robert Johnson gets the Billy Joe. Robert Johnson on Billy Joe. Tool, Fear, Inoculum. If anybody wants a Tool, Fear, Inoculum, the retail on those are, you know, the MSRP when we first offered them were either $179 or $189. And then we put them on sale, kind of the clearance price was $124.99. And at that, we're losing money. So that's what I'm still selling them for, $124.99. If anybody wants a Tool, Fear, Inoculum. They're in an original, they'll look something like this when you get them. We've got them in original shipping containers like this. This is how they came from our distributor. So they're $124.99 if anybody wants one. Robert Johnson, Billy Joe, Chris McMillan second, Marty Ellis, and Yaski on Gloria Estefan. Yaski on Gloria Estefan. And next is Fashion, Twilight of Idols. Fashion is $14.99. Twilight of Idols and B-Movie. B-Movie, $14.99. I might as well, I was about to say, sometimes I'm like, everybody's like, it's Frozen. But then that's only for like 1/3 of the people. So maybe not. So see, Mike Massey's still buying stuff. B-Movie, sold to Mike Massey. Now I have to go back up here. So, feed fro, let me go through all those. There's a bunch of them. Gloria Estefan, that went to Yaski. Froze, freezing, froze, frozen, freeze, freeze, frozen, froze, freeze, freeze, frozen. Mike Massey got B-Movie. And Brad Moore also said Frozen. So Jason Kent, no, he said he's good. George Buchanan, you were second on B-Movie. And I think we're caught up now. But we did lose like 70 viewers, so evidently there was something wrong somewhere. Peter, Paul, and Mary, A Song Will Rise, and that is $9.99. Peter, Paul, and Mary, A Song Will Rise. The Platters, Sweet, Sweet Lovin'. The Platters is $9.99. $9.99. Yeah, a lot of people want the Frozen soundtrack. High in Demand. A lot of people froze. Little Feat, the last record album. $19.99. Little Feat, the last record album. Philip Bailey, Chinese Wall. $9.99. Buck Owens, Ruby. Buck Owens, Ruby. Never seen that one before. $14.99. Eddie Rabbit, The Best Year of My Life, is $9.99. Elton John, Friends, $19.99. It froze. As soon as I went to sell a tool set, it froze. Yeah, I'm going to take them outside and set them on fire. George Buchanan on Philip Bailey. George Buchanan on Philip Bailey. Everybody watching on YouTube is at a huge advantage right now because they're not frozen. Zuckerberg got y'all on Facebook. He froze y'all to death. Johnny Cash, Story, Songs of Trains and Rivers. That is $9.99. Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars. Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars. That is sealed on Star Day. Wow. That is $29.99. Tool is $124.99. Sorry if you missed that. It is $124.99. That is our price. And like I said, that's below our cost. I mean, if I sell them any cheaper than that, I would be sick to my stomach. Elvis Burning Glove is $9.99. Wayne Heat wants the Johnny Cash comp, sold to Wayne Heat. Elvis, a Canadian tribute. These are on gold vinyl, by the way. Elvis, a Canadian tribute. Those are on gold vinyl. That's how they press those. $19.99. Jack Suslak, that's from a while back, but he wants Croce. His feed must have crashed about that time. I will definitely go back through this crate. And just FYI for anybody still watching, it probably makes things even worse if you let me know it's freezing. I'll probably see that when we lose half of our viewers, but I think when there's a big flurry of comments, sometimes it makes the feed even worse. So just FYI. Thanks for letting me know, though. But when we have 75 people say froze, then I'm obviously can't fix it, but it probably makes things worse. Ronnie Laws, Friends and Strangers, $14.99. Ronnie Laws, Friends and Strangers. Comments are good and bad. More comments help my algorithm, probably meaning more people's going to see the post, but also it slows things down on y'all's end. The servers. BB King on stage live. Someone put a big X right over his face. BB King is $19.99 though. What label is this on? United. Very clean on the vinyl though. Four Seasons, working my way back to you. The Four Seasons is $12.99. Twisted Sister, Under the Blade. Twisted Sister is $26.99. Ted Nugent, Weekend Warriors is $14.99. Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits, $9.99. Rye Cooter Jazz, arranged and conducted by Joseph Byrd. That is $19.99. And Frank Zappa, Orchestral Favorites. Frank Zappa, $39.99. Tracy Miller on the Four Seasons. Four Seasons was popular last night on 45s. We showed the 45 single to December 1963, Oh What a Night, and I think 20 people wanted it. I'm sure we got 20 more in the bag, but we'd have to find them. All right, I hope if your feed froze, you came back and found us. It looks like most people are back. I think when that happened, we had about 170 people watching, so either 40 gave up or they still are having problems. One of the two. I will go back through this bin one more time. This is the Young Bloods, $29.99. Ravi Shankar, Festival from India. Ravi Shankar is $24.99. Sean McAllister takes the Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits. That's $9.99. Charlie soundtrack, that's also music by Ravi Shankar, $19.99. The Sundowners is $19.99. The Carpenters, 1969 to 1973, that is $9.99. Mr. Oscar Brown Jr. Goes to Washington, $19.99. Billy Cobham, that was Sealed, $39.99. Sealed. Primetime, Don McLean, $14.99. Freedom for the Stallion, the Hughes Corporation, that is $14.99. That has their one-hit wonder, Rock the Boat. Little Richard, 2-record set, $19.99. Jack Suslak on the Carpenters, sold to Jack. Next is Little Richard, King of Rock and Roll. I think this is actually one of his actual studio releases. It's on Reprise. I think that's an actual studio album of his, $19.99. Captain Fantastic, no one grabbed this. It is $24.99. That has the inserts with it. Asia self-titled, those usually always get gone, $19.99. The Who, Odds and Sods, $19.99 for The Who. The Gentrys is a white label promo, $19.99. A random empty sleeve in there. We have a Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out, $24.99. That has Amy on it, if you're looking for that. John Cougar, Nothing Else Matters, and What If It Did, $19.99. Carlene Rollins takes the Elton John, sold to Carlene. Alabama Wild Country is $39.99. Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits is $14.99. Paul Simon, there goes a Ryman Simon, that's a studio album of his. Kodachrome's on that one, $19.99. Funny Girl, Barbra Streisand, $9.99. That's like the first Streisand album we're not going to sell. We slip in a Streisand every now and then. And that one hadn't sold yet. Fashion, Twilight of Idols, $14.99. Peter, Paul, and Mary, A Song Will Rise, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. The Platters, Sweet, Sweet Lovin', kind of a psychedelic font on that one, $9.99. Little Feat, the last record album, Little Feat is $19.99. If you're just getting back on, Sherry Darnell wants the Young Bloods. I think some people's feed froze, and something else just happened. I was looking at the viewers, it's back up to like 160, and then it just dropped again. Must be some connection problems out there tonight. Buck Owens Ruby is $14.99. Buck Owens Ruby is $14.99. Eddie Rabbit, The Best Year of My Life is $9.99. Elton John Friends. Elton John Friends is $19.99. Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars. Like I said, this is an original Star Day, very collectible country label. This is an older record, probably late 50s, early 60s, and it's sealed. Mac Wiseman, Flatt and Scruggs, Reno and Smiley, Stanley Brothers, Carl Story, Jimmy Skinner, Red Allen. This is sealed on Star Day, $29.99. That's not like a, well, I mean, it should be like a yellow label. If it is, that's probably a pretty good deal. Elvis Burning Glove is $9.99. We have Elvis, a Canadian tribute on gold vinyl, $19.99. Ronnie Laws, Friends and Strangers, was $14.99. B.B. King on Stage Live, $19.99. Twisted Sister, Under the Blade, $26.99 for Twisted Sister. Ted Nugent, Weekend Warriors, was $14.99. And Rycooter Jazz, that was $19.99. One more, Frank Zappa, Orchestral Favorites, $39.99. All right, let me move over to, I have a crate of, so we only had one crate. We only had one crate of Little Feat was $14.99, $19.99. How much was it? We only had one crate of new vinyl arrivals, new vinyl arrivals, because most of the stuff that came in was already sold and spoken for. So we're waiting for more tomorrow that we will show Thursday and Friday. And I don't see Little Feat in here. Was there a Little Feat album in here? I'm pretty sure it's $14.99, wherever it may be. Little Feat was $19.99. Little Feat was $19.99. Let's see here. The Cash Stories. Cash Stories sold. Somebody, when we went back through, somebody claimed that one. I did assemble a crate of new vinyl. It's some stuff like we have one copy of left, and some stuff I hadn't shown in a while. So it may be new to a lot of y'all. Some of it may be stuff you've never seen before. And some things we only have one copy of. And after these are gone, we may not be able to get them again. So, test 1, 2. Sound is still working. But if you have a YouTube, if you have, what did someone just say about YouTube? Did they say it's all right? No problems with YouTube? Yeah. So if you have a YouTube account, actually, I think you can watch. Most of y'all probably already signed in. So if you can go to YouTube, I recommend that. So evidently, I don't think it's our internet. I don't think it's y'all's internet. I think it's YouTube app. So Wayne is good, and he's watching on a desktop. I know Wayne watches on his laptop, so it may be the Facebook mobile app causing problems. So if you're watching on your phone, you might want to go to your laptop if you can. If you're watching, if you can go to YouTube, that might be best. So if you can go to YouTube right now, that looks good. Or if you're watching on your phone, I would throw it across the room and bring out your laptop. So here is that crate I was just talking about. Then we'll do that Kevin crate. So first record in here is Metal Church, Music on Vinyl, $38.99. Metal Church, Music on Vinyl, $38.99. We've got several of those in stock, but I know I hadn't shown that in a while. That was a popular seller for us, Metal Church. The Cult, Sonic Temple. The Cult, Sonic Temple is $37.99. That is 30th anniversary, 2 LP. Just got a few of these left, and I checked last night because I wanted to make sure we had Electric Peace back ordered, because that's been a while since that came back in, and these were no longer in stock. So just letting everybody know. Randy Davis wants a Cult, George Buchanan on a Cult, and I've got plenty, well, I'll say plenty. I think I've got about 5 left, and we have sold these. When these came in, I had like 50 back ordered, and we sold a ton, but that's all I have left. Metal Church, I've got, it's self-titled, Tracy. Metal Church is $37.99, $37.99. There's actually, we also have Blessing in Disguise as well. If anybody else wants a Cult, let me know. I've got a couple more in my bin. Rage Against the Machine, self-titled, $29.99. Roads to Madness wants a Colt. By the way, if you're a normal Facebook buyer and you've gone over to YouTube, you might, and you're buying, and you've got like a username and not your actual name, you probably need to let us know who you are. John Wilson gets Rage Against the Machine, and Tanner, let me pull a couple more Colts. I'll pull one for whoever just commented. And I guess I've got, unless there's some in the C's, it looks like I've only got 4 left. I'm going to go ahead and pull them all. We may sell out of these tonight, because as of right now, I'm pretty sure I couldn't get him. But Roads to Madness, if you're a normal buyer, just let me know who you are, or if you're a new buyer, let me know and I'll give you instructions. But the Colt is sold. John Wilson gets Rage Against the Machine. Eric also wants a Colt, even though he put Colt. I know what he meant. He meant a Colt. I can't say much. It probably sounds like I'm saying, well, that's one of those words he really couldn't distinguish. Colt and Colt. Sounds the same thing, doesn't it, Tanner? Pretty close. Colt and Colt. All right, so I've got 2 left, unless there's more in our alphabetical order section, which I don't think there is. Some of these records in here, we only have 1 copy of, and they're out of stock or out of print. That's why I'm showing these. REM, New Adventures in Hi-Fi. REM, New Adventures in Hi-Fi, $36.99. I know REM has been popular. This came back in October, and I don't think they're available anymore. $36.99. Eric Smalley put, let's see here. What did I miss something right in there? Somebody, oh, how much was Colt? The Colt is $37.99. The Colt is $37.99 of a Tennessee accent. I don't know how otherwise you would say it. Colt and Colt. It's pretty much the same vowel sound. John Wilson, REM. John Wilson, REM. And then Sherry Darnell. I don't think there's any more in the REM section unless there's on the wall. We will check. If so, we will start putting these in. We will start a wait list. So John Wilson, you get that one. These are things that we only had 1 in our bin, and there was may or may not have any more. So that's some of these we don't. Some of them we do, some of them I don't know. Sherry, we'll put you down for a backup. The Ramones is clear vinyl, $26.99. The Ramones Rocket to Russia clear vinyl, Rhino exclusive, $26.99. Ramones Rocket to Russia, $26.99. And this is new, even though the perforated strip has come undone. This is Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raise the Roof, the last one I have on hand that I know of. And if, like I said, if there's anything in here tonight, there's 2 people wanting it, I'll either search the store tonight or I'll put in for a new order of them. Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, Raise the Roof. They're now on tour with that album, $32.99. I have lots of auctions. I have found 2 more REMs, so there's Sherry Darnell's. Sherry, there's your REM, and Ed, if that's all that was on the wall, this is the last one left. New Adventures in Hi-Fi, $36.99. John Sheehan wants a copy of the Ramones, Rocket to Russia, and George Buchanan takes the last, Robert Plant. And George, I will assure you this is a brand new copy, but actually the strip just came. These records that have perforated strips at top, they're terrible. I'm actually about to discount our Tom Waits stuff because when they're like this, where people flip through them, it rips off the perforated strip. But however, there's a lot of companies now, they're shipping records like this. They're not even shrink wrapping them. They're just putting them down in a sleeve. That's George Buchanan's. I think that was the last one we had. Ed is checking. Sherry Darnell, I found you an REM. If I find you a Plant and Krauss, I'll let you know. And Randy Davis wants an REM. There's his perforated strip. I don't know if he wants that or not. You might can slip it down in the jacket. So Randy Davis got the last REM. I will probably order a couple more of those just to keep them in stock here because REM stuff is so desirable, but we'll see. And I think this is one of our best sellers of the year so far. I think this is one of our last copies, the Police Greatest Hits. This is still in stock, I'm pretty sure. The Police Greatest Hits Half-Speed Master. It's got excellent sound reviews. I'm pretty sure, actually I'm almost positive it's a digital recording, but it sounds really, really good. The Police greatest hits, $49.99. A lot of these Abbey Road half-speed masters are digital, but they do a really good job with them. It's not like they're MP3s they're ripping off a CD. They're probably, they're digitally remastered, probably from analog, but however they do that. I'm not a sound engineer. But I can tell you when a record sounds good by my own ears. This one sounds good. I kept a copy myself, $49.99. Poison, Open Up and Say Ah. This is the last copy. It's on Friday Music. It is on colored vinyl. I'm pretty sure they're red. Poison, Open Up and Say Ah, $39.99. Last one we have. Screaming Trees, last one we have. Uncle Anesthesia, Screaming Trees, $37.99. Last pair of these I have, and I'm selling them together. Van Halen, this is a live from Parachute Records, Volume 1 and 2. Maryland broadcast, 1982, $31.99 each. $31.99 each. So it's a Van Halen show, and that is $31.99 each. Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. Robert Johnson takes a Screaming Trees. That was for sure the last one we have left. And the Van Halens are essentially $32 each. And if you want to buy Volumes 1 and 2. Jerry Stone gets Poison. That is gone. Last one of these we have. Pearl Jam, Aladdin, Las Vegas, 1993 broadcast. This is Aladdin, Las Vegas, 1993, $39.99. Even Flow, Once Deep, Jeremy. Wow, Dissident, Daughter, Instant Karma, Across the Universe. They're doing some Beatles songs. Go, Animal, Black, Alive, Rearview Mirror. That is $39.99. Last one I have left. Joe Willie, which I think is a new buyer with us. He takes both the Van Halens, Volume 1 and 2. Joe, please message our page. That's this page, CollectCo. We need a message from you with your mailing address and your email address. This is technically our second show of the week. We had one last night. We did CDs and 45s. We're doing vinyl tonight. We're doing coins and knives tomorrow night, for sure. We have to. It's been like 2 months. Then we're doing records Thursday. We're doing records Friday. And we're doing records Saturday. And Paul Brothers, I'll put you down on Van Halen. I think I still can get those. And if anybody else wants a Van Halen broadcast, let me know. Paul Brothers, I'll put you down. Pearl Jam was $39.99. Aladdin 1993 broadcast. Here's another from Parachute. Parachute, no, this is actually from the Detonate label, another EU that's doing these radio broadcasts. That's the Foo Fighters. Things to Do in Stockholm, $39.99. How much was the Pearl Jam? Matt, it was $39.99. And Foo Fighters is $39.99. I've got several of these still in stock. That's been a big seller for us. And there's no telling how many of these I've sold. Alice in Chains, live at the Sheraton Arena, Los Angeles, $28.99. It's colored vinyl. I'm pretty sure it's red. And this is an Alice in Chains live broadcast. It's pretty much Facelift live. So there's really nothing from Dirt on here. It ain't like that. Man in the Box, Bleed the Freak, Put You Down, Sea of Sorrow, Real Things, Sunshine, We Done You. That is pretty much Facelift live, the whole album, it sounds like. $28.99. Ron Phillips, Alice in Chains. I checked last night. That's why I made sure I pulled one of these. They were in stock. So if anybody wants, y'all know how Alice in Chains stuff is. Music on vinyl copies of Dirt and Unplugged are selling for $250 right now. And if you can find one. So those are very popular artists right now. Always will be. Songs on Foo Fighters. Stacked Actors, My Hero, My Poor Brain, For All the Cows, Breakout, Up into Arms intro. Monkey Wrench, Hey Johnny Park, Alone and Easy Target, Everlong, I'll Stick Around, Into the Void, Weenie Beanie, No Remorse, This Is a Call. Into the Void, that's a Black Sabbath song. It says Jam, so that must be just an instrumental. This looks like pretty early. Things to Do, it looks like an early picture too. That should be songs from their first 2 albums, I'm pretty sure. $39.99. Marty Kramer wants an Alice in Chains. I'll put you down on a waiting list. And here's another. I think it's the last of the broadcast records I have. Then I've got a stack that are on sale. So I've got some of these Parachute broadcasts that I'm going to put on sale. Acdc Live Classics with Bon Scott, the ultimate broadcast. So this is a compilation of live Acdc tracks with Bon Scott. That's $49.99, which, as you know, Bon Scott is going to be early stuff. TNT, Jailbreak, Highway to Hell, Let There Be Rock, Whole Lot of Rosie, $49.99. Okay, 38 Special. This is on the pink vinyl. Yes, 40th anniversary. If y'all remember, we have sold a ton of these. This is the last one we have, and they're no longer on sale with our distributor. They're out of stock. So this is the very, very last one. Not saying I won't take a waiting list, but we may not be able to get any more. This is pink vinyl. Plus, that was an on-sale price, technically. This was originally an import that was like $45. So, last one, Ace or 38 Special. And John Sheehan said he'll take Acdc. First 3 Foo Fighters albums. Thank you. I know Everlong and is on Color and Shape. I don't really know much off the first album, but I knew it was early stuff. George Buchanan on 38 Special. That's gone. Like I said, I will take a waiting list, but I think those are finished, especially for the on-sale price. I mean, I probably can get you one, but they're not going to be $27.99 anymore. Talk Talk, It's My Life on purple vinyl, $27.99. Colored vinyl variant, Talk Talk, It's My Life, with the hit song It's My Life, purple vinyl. I think I've got 3 of these left, but I hadn't shown it in a while. And it's a kind of a tough 80s album to get, $27.99. Testament, I've got several of these, but I hadn't shown it in a while. And once again, we don't get many OGs of this. This came out in 1990 originally. $37.99. Testament, $37.99. Paul Brothers said he will take an Acdc Live Bon Scott if we can get them. I'll put you down. Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, $31.99. This even has the kind of die-cut piece right here. It's not a gatefold, but the cover's die-cut where the TV is. Jailbreak, $31.99, new and sealed. Walt Cruz said he'll take a copy of Talk Talk, sold to Walt Cruz. Jailbreak, fantastic album, and they're not easy to get a clean original copy of, by no means. That's why we keep those stock. George Buchanan, AS Talk albums are on the wall. We need, let's grab one for, go ahead and bring both of them up here. George Buchanan wants one, and if you could grab both of them, I'd appreciate it. And thank you. Silverchair. I hadn't shown this in some time. Silverchair Freak Show, $39.99. Music on vinyl, and this includes a poster. For a long time, we had the numbered and limited copies of this. This is black vinyl, but they did a gold sticker, which usually means it has something extra, which is a poster, $39.99. John Sheehan says he'll take a Thin Lizzy. So music on vinyl, you can tell a lot by the color of the sticker. Usually if it's a gold sticker, it's going to be limited or numbered, or it's going to have something extra, a booklet, a poster, a bonus track, or something like that. Bonus tracks. Silverchair is $39.99. So George Buchanan, we got your Talk Talk, and I've got one left for sure. One left for sure. Silverchair is $38.99. Yeah, I think I looked down at my viewers a while ago, and it looked like we had several people watching again, but then it all fell off. So Facebook must be really problematic tonight. Silverchair is $39.99. I've got 3 of those left. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, $39.99. Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. Static X, last one, and this is limited and numbered colored vinyl. Limited edition of 1,500 individually numbered copies on cool blue colored vinyl. Static X, $38.99. And for sure, the last copy of this, The Who's Greatest Hits, limited edition red colored vinyl. And we have a bonus track, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere. And that is, now these I can get still. I don't really remember, but they're $29.99. Last one I know I have here in the store, but we may can get more if we need 2 or 3. Okay, quick flip, and then I'm going to go after this crate. The rest of the night is going to be vintage, OG, new arrivals, and Japanese, which is technically vintage, and I'm about to get auction started back. So, one more. Did the 2 Tool albums on the list for come in? 2 Tool. I think you were the next alternate on Undertow. Scott Snee, and I didn't know you wanted 2 of them. But the 10 that came in, I think the next name below Joe Barrios. Well, Linda Hasty put one back though, didn't he? John Sheehan, yes. You got 1 copy of Tool. I didn't know you wanted 2, but you actually missed the list, and then somebody put one back tonight. So you did get one. You got one copy of Tool Undertow, Scott Sneed. And Sherry Darnell said he will take the Who's Greatest Hits. Who's Greatest Hits. All right. So Static X, Soundgarden, Silverchair, Talk Talk, Testament, Foo Fighters, Pearl Jam, Police, Ramones, last 2 copies of The Cult, and Metal Church. Obi auctions. Yes, that's what I'm about to do. Next thing we're doing is vintage. We're going to do Japanese. And I'm going to start running Japanese auctions over here. What are we going to start Whitesnake for, Seth? Yeah, this is a nice packaging here. Let's show this one first. Whitesnake is going to be a $60 start. Oh, Tool Lollapalooza. Those haven't arrived yet. Those have not arrived yet. Tool Lollapalooza. I do not have Alan Jackson in stock, I don't think. I got Dolly. That's from the same label, but I don't have Alan Jackson. We're waiting for more of those to come back in again. One last new vinyl arrival, because I need to read off everybody that got one. And this is the first time I've actually shown it, I think. Queen Platinum Collection. This is Greatest Hits, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. Greatest Hits, Volumes 1, 2, and 3 on colored vinyl. And Paul Brothers. If you missed it on last week's invoice, because these came in late, as you can tell, they came in today. Paul Brothers, Tim Smith, and Tracy Miller. Those will be on your invoice this week. Queen, the Platinum Collection. Last one we have left, and when I checked, the colored vinyl versions are getting low. Queen, the Platinum Collection. 51 hits on vinyl for the first time. 6 LPs. 6 LPs. And they're all on colored vinyl. This is all of Queen's Greatest Hits, 6 LP box set, $199.99. $199. Only want one each. Okay, yeah, so Lollapalooza should be in this week. I don't have it on your ticket yet, but it should be in this week. Should be in this week. I will show Whitesnake in 30 seconds. Let me grab this crate. So this crate from Kevin's collection, it has some 60 stuff in it, and it has some 80 stuff, I think, so. And we might get into it, and y'all might say, Chad, you're crazy. You've already shown these. I really don't remember. But it was in the office, covered up with stuff. So I don't know what was going on there. Okay. First album back here. This is a very unique packaging on this. Whitesnake Slide It In. First, let me show you the cover. It's kind of like one of these. Reminds me of a more modern cover, the thickness of it, but because it has to house all the inserts. But it is pristine. $60 start on this. The Obi, silver, almost looks like a reflective Obi. $60 start. Check this out. First, you got a lyric insert, 2-page fold. You have another insert. That's the English insert. Lyrics. Here is a thicker inner sleeve which houses the disc, which is pristine. I don't even have to show it to you. It's mint minus. And then check this out. It's another like cardboard holder which has a Whitesnake book with it. A sticker, or this is more like a metal plate, isn't it? I guess it's got an adhesive, but it's like a sticker, but it's almost a metal plate. And it has a Whitesnake necklace. Can y'all see that? A Whitesnake necklace, a Whitesnake like metal plate tag, and a book along with the 2 inserts, the inner sleeve, the Obi, and of course the disc and the cover. $60 start on Whitesnake. That's a pristine, complete copy of that. Slide it in with the necklace, the sticker, book, everything. $60 start on that. I am going to post the Tool, yes, when that is available. Right now it's just through their website, but when that's available, I will post Tool as a pre-order, yes. All right, let's see what we have in here. Rycooter, Paradise, and Lunch. Rycooter is $29.99. Brewer and Shipley is $19.99. Berlin, Love Life. Berlin is $19.99. From St. Louis to Frisco, Chuck Berry, $24.99. Wild Berries, this is Chuck Berry, and this is on Pickwick, $14.99. Very clean copy. The Beach Boys 69, live in London, 1999. American Dream, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. That is 1999. Beach Boys is $14.99. And Jimmy Davis and Junction, Kick the Wall. Jimmy Davis and Junction, Kick the Wall, 1999. The Beach Boys, Keeping the Summer Alive, is $14.99. And the Beach Boys Sunflower, $99.99. The Color of Money is $34.99. It is sealed. And the Birds Never Before is $19.99. Richard Allen is at $65 on Whitesnake. Let me show this Ozzy box set so I can move and have more room for more auctions. Ozzy box set is $189.99. Blizzard of Oz, Diary of Madman, 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Box set includes Blizzard of Oz CD Expanded Edition, Diary of a Madman 2 CD Expanded Edition. You get Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman on vinyl, a DVD 30 years after the Blizzard, a 100-page coffee table book. That's what most of the weight is. It's a hardback coffee table book, two-sided wall poster, and a replica of Ozzy's iconic cross, $189.99. That's Ozzy. That's the 30th Anniversary Blizzard and Diary of a Madman box set. Roger Glover, Mask. Roger Glover is $19.99. Steve Earle and the Dukes. Steve Earle is $49.99. And the Byrds, Younger Than Yesterday. That is $19.99. First Class is $14.99. Jack wants Beach Boys 69 and Sunflower. So Beach Boys London 69 live, and there's Sunflower. And let me find the live album right there. Those are both sold to Jack Suslack. Beach Boys, Jimmy Davis, Beach Boys, Color of Money, Birds, Roger Glover, Steve Earle, Birds, First Class, and Buffalo Springfield, Last Time Around, $34.99. Glenn Fry, The All Nighter, is $19.99. The Whitesnake back here, high bid is Wayne Heat at $66. Going once, going twice. Wayne Heat, $66. We've got some fantastic stuff to put up for auction, including a copy of Led Zeppelin 3 with the Obi, something I haven't got in a long time. This is going to be easy. It's a $99 start. $99 start. I will show it to you in detail right quick. This is extremely nice. Should be a gatefold. Has the moving wheel, just like the US versions. Very nice Obi. There's the insert, and I can promise you the disc is very, very nice. Led Zeppelin 3. Sean is at $99. Very, very nice. I see maybe just like a sleeve scuff. Very, very nice copy of Led Zeppelin 3. Led Zeppelin 3. I've got an entire crate of Japanese stuff tonight. We're going to auction, and then when we get through everything that I probably want to auction or we have time to auction, then I'll start straight selling everything. And I need to do that before 9 o'clock, so we're going to go through some of these kind of fast. The Argent Anthology. Argent Anthology is $19.99. The Call, Reconciled. The Call is sealed, $39.99. Laughing at the Pieces, Doctor and the Medics is $19.99, gold stamp promo. Mariah Carey, number ones, $229.99, FYI. Now this is like, I've seen this record in here and I was like, I know I've shown some Mariah Carey from Kevin's collection, but I don't remember showing this one. $229.99. Has a crease right here on the cover, does have a clip corner, but when did this come out? 1998. 1998, Mariah Carey number ones. That's $229.99. Gil Landry is $19.99. And David Bowie picture disc, Let's Talk, $29.99. Wayne Heat's at $70 on Whitesnake. Jason Ivey's at $75 on Whitesnake. Sean Crupper's at $99 on Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin 3, Japanese press, $99. Sean Crupper going once, going twice. Whitesnake is at $75 with Jason Ivey. I don't know if y'all seen that, but it has a sticker, a poster, or a book, inserts, and a necklace. David Bowie Lodger, $34.99. Has the original track listing on the front. I think this one was exceptionally nice. Original inner sleeve, probably an OG press, $34.99 for Lodger. Captain Beefheart, that was $49.99. Captain Beefheart. Blues Magoo's Gulf Coast Bound, sealed, $39.99. Genesis Three Sides Live, $54.99, and that is sealed with hop sticker. Legion Leaf Fairport Convention, $29.99. David Bowie and Bartol Brex Ball, $34.99. David Bowie. Eurythmics, There Must Be an Angel, that is a 12-inch single, $14.99. And the Eurythmics and Aretha Franklin, Sisters Are Doing It for Themselves, that's another 12-inch single, $14.99. Whitesnake is $75, going twice, going three times. Led Zeppelin 3 is $99, going twice, going three times. Tracy Chapman, Crossroads, $19.99. Promo 12-inch single. David Bowie, Tonight, that is a OG original studio album, $34.99. Boy George, Hi-Hat, sealed, $39.99. Boy George with hop sticker. Culture Club, Waking Up with the House on Fire, is $24.99. Heart, that is self-titled Heart, $39.99. And Mick Vicar, $19.99. Free, Tons of Sobs, free is $49.99. And Elvis Costello, Armed Forces, Gold Stamp promo, $19.99. All right, let's sell Led Zeppelin 3 to Sean Crupper. Tanner, I'm going to hand these off to you where you can repackage them. Sean gets that for $99, one and only one bid, and Whitesnake is sold for $75 to Jason Ivey. That's got a lot of stuff I'll let you package back up. Let me pull out two more here. I'm going to go ahead and probably slide out the stuff I want to auction, and then probably after this crate we can just straight price a lot of this. Let's see here. Here's two good ones. Kiss, Alive 2. Where's Billy Shears at? I didn't tell him we were going to put this up. No, we don't. It did have like a superficial on it. Okay. All right, so we got, let's see. Yeah, this is fine. Kiss, this don't have what we was going to start it on. 55, 65. Let's see, this has a mark on it right here that looks non-audible, but just where you can see it. So far, any of these Japanese pressings that have any kind of scuffs on them, we haven't, there hadn't been any, when we've tested them, there hadn't been any problems. I'm going to say, I have no idea, I'm going to say a $65 start. Kiss Alive 2 has the Obi gatefold. There's the insert. I don't know if this was supposed to come with anything else. There's the original inner sleeves. So there's the original inner sleeves that came with it. There's the insert. It is a gatefold pressing. Obi is very nice, intact, no damage. Kiss Alive 2, $65 start. And the vinyl, no problems whatsoever on it. I mean, it's visually, yeah, but audible, I'll guarantee it. How about that? Guaranteed. So, that is a $65 start on Kiss Alive 2. All right, and we got the Beatles White Album. Beatles White Album, $75 start. This had a poster with it, I believe. Let's see here. Beatles White Album. There is the two discs. These are pristine. This has the poster with it, which also has the lyrics. The White Album poster had the lyrics. There's the two original black inner sleeves. The Beatles White Album, Japanese pressing, pristine vinyl with Obi, $75 start. The Beatles White Album. I'm going to try to do the stuff we had on Facebook first. So I'll do Don Henley. I'll do that one next. Pete's at $70 on Kiss, $75 start for the Beatles. What is this? I can't even read this. Kinky Friedman, Lasso from El Paso, $19.99. Robert V's at $75 on the Beatles. Kiss is at $70 with Pete Weisberger. I'm going to go ahead and say both of those are going once, going twice. If you want to bid, better be fast. Peter Gabriel, $34.99. That's his fourth solo album. Commander Cody, Hot Licks Cold Steel, $19.99. This is Jack Bruce, Things We Like. Jack Bruce with John McLaughlin. Jack Bruce from Cream, White Label Promo, $74.99. Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun, $69.99. Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. Second label, also the second cover, $69.99. That is in very, very, very nice condition, though. Family, Bandstand, that's $19.99. Crowded House. Crowded House is $34.99. Crowded House, Temple of Low Men. Crowded House is $34.99. Roger Daltrey, Can't Wait to See the Movie. Roger is $24.99. Bo Diddley's A Twister, $84.99. Not something you usually see in good condition. This one is. Bo Diddley, $84.99. Eric Burden Declares War. Original studio album. Includes Spill the Wine, $34.99. Bend Me, Shape Me, The American Breed, $14.99. Winds of Change, Eric Burden and the Animals. That is $14.99. Quick recall on these. Kiss Alive 2, current bid is $70 with Pete Weisgarber. Going twice, going 3 times. I've already did a first call on that. $70. I'm going to give that about 60 more seconds. And the Beatles White Album is at $80 with Robert V. That's now going once, going twice. Ron Phillips, you're out. Just let me know if you want to stay out or if you want to get back in. Another Jack Bruce, that is $19.99. I think I missed Free. I did Free. Paul Rogers and Free at Last, $24.99. Every One of Us, Eric Burden, is $19.99. We have Blue Cheer, $39.99. And Golden Earring, Moontan. That's a nice copy, not the original cover. It's $29.99. Tim Smith is at $75 on Kiss. Robert V is at $90 on the Beatles. Now, what's the consensus? Had I been through that crate or not? After I started reading them off, some of those look familiar. I don't know if one got, maybe some of them got recondensed and maybe I'd shown half of it before, but there's a lot of good stuff in there that I don't remember showing, really. All right, so new bids on everything. Pete's at $80 on Kiss. Robert's at $90 on the Beatles. I think I can do one more going. I think I can get one more going. What did somebody just request? Don Henley, let me find that. Yeah, so the back of this crate is probably most of the stuff we're going to auction. And then let me go ahead and slide some of these out, actually. So some of the stuff we're going to auction. Some great titles in here. Fantastic titles tonight that's going to be just straight buy it nows. I feel like this Runaways will be kind of popular. We've got a Runaways. There's Don Henley. I'll put those up. We'll straight price that one and that one and that. I'm going to put up a couple for auction we hadn't seen in some time. We actually got 2 copies of this, so let me pull both of those out. Give me 1 second. Next, we're going to flip through the Japanese bin. I'm going to pull out everything we're going to auction first, though. And those. All right. This will be easy. The cardboard divider up front is going to separate what we're going to auction. All right, so looks like we hadn't seen any bids. Condensed. Yeah, I think it was too. So Pete's at $80 on Kiss. That's going once, going twice. Robert V's at $90 on the Beatles. Those are both going once, going twice. Kiss Alive 2 is at $80 with Pete. And the White Album is at $90 with Robert. Let's see. Tim Smith is at $85 on Kiss. Tim Smith is at $85 on Kiss. You've shown that for us, so $15 for Kinky. Let me think on that. Pete's out on Kiss, so Tim Smith has Kiss for $85, going once, going twice. And Ron Phillips is at $99 on the Beatles. Ron Phillips is at $99 on the Beatles, White Album. Okay, so I've got about 10 up front here that I'm going to auction. The rest of these are, I'm going to straight price them. So these are all priced, and they're ready to sell. So all new Japanese arrivals. And I think we had some more that we're working on for Thursday's show. So we've had a couple big shipments. The Cars Greatest Hits is $54.99. The Obi has some damage. It looks like they tried to retape it. However, the disc is pristine. And that is the Cars Greatest Hits, $54.99 with, I guess you could say, 90% of an Obi. $54.99 on the Cars Greatest Hits. Just Press Play, or excuse me, that's a Aerosmith album. Press to Play is Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney is $39.99. Never seen a Japanese pressing of this. Paul McCartney, Press to Play, $39.99. King Crimson, Wake of Poseidon, $84.99. King Crimson stuff, and a challenge to find pristine anywhere, and this is an amazing Japanese pressing. By the way, most of these probably have inserts with them. Obviously, I'll tell you if it has the Obi or not. That'll be pretty plain in sight. But a lot of these, we keep the inserts out of the back of the cover, so I can go ahead and let you know. So most of these have a lyric insert. That's usually with about every one of them, a unique Japanese lyric insert. So Ron Phillips is at 99 on the Beatles. That's now going twice, going 3 times. And Tim Smith is at 85 on Kiss. That's now going twice, going 3 times. Can you show the Obi up close? There it is. If you want the catalog number, it is VIP 9529. VIP 9529. 4,000 yen price tag. That's got about 60 seconds left on it. Huey Lewis Sports. That's a cool one. Like the Obi on that one. $39.99. Huey Lewis and the News Sports. Queen, A Night at the Opera. This one probably has, when we grade something EX on these Japanese pressings, that means they're probably going to actually have a sleeve scuff or something like that on them. Most of them I've listened to, though, just because of the quality of their vinyl, it's almost inaudible. I mean, this one, yeah, it has like a little, like hairline scuff. So we're pretty picky about these just because the prices carry a premium. We want to make sure you understand that some of these are going to sound dead mint. Some of them are going to have some light noise regardless, but if it does have some kind of mark, we're going to let you know. All right. You should ask those records really don't exist on Japanese pressings. So most of this stuff is going to be like vintage OGs. A lot of modern stuff, that's pretty much impossible. Like 90s, I don't think there is any Japanese pressings of stuff from the 90s or, I mean, if so, that would be extremely rare. Extremely rare. I think they moved to CDs pretty quick in the 90s. David Howard gets Huey Lewis. So did David Howard. And the King Crimson was $84.99. $84.99. It is very, very nice. Yes, EX, so near mint minus EX VG plus. So EX on a Japanese pressing, it's probably going to have a scuff on it. So, yeah, Nirvana has Japanese pressings. So does Metallica and some other artists, but those are very pricey records. I will definitely get them if I can, but very pricey. Let's sell these two. Kiss Alive is sold to Tim Smith for $85, and Robert V gets the Beatles for $99. $85 and $99 on those. So now I can bring up my next two. Bang the gavel. It's done. Don Henley and the Runaways. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. Don Henley of the Eagles. Fantastic solo album. Fantastic solo artist outside of the Eagles. $40 start on this. Pristine copy with the Obi. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. Check out this. The Runaways with Obi. Does this one have Cherry Bomb on it? It does. First song. This is the Runaways self-titled. $75 start. Ron won the Beatles. Oh, my bad. Hold on a second, Tanner. Ron Phillips. Tanner's got it. Ron Phillips got the Beatles. Sorry. Robert, I knew you were bidding. Ron, you got the Beatles. My bad. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Blue Mercury label. $75 start on the Runaways. No insert with this? If so, we didn't pull it out. No insert on this. That's unique. May not came with one, but this cover is very nice. Cool Obi, too. It's even got a cherry on it. Very, very nice. All right, Eddie is at 40 on Don Henley. Robert's at 50. Walt Cruz is at 75 on the Runaways. And Eddie Bruce is at 60 on Don Henley. Runaways is at $75 with Walt Cruz. So the first records in the crate, if you're just joining us, we had King Crimson, Queen, McCartney, and the Cars. Great stuff in there, still available. Buffalo Springfield again. Check that out with Obi. Buffalo Springfield is $49.99. Paul Bill's at 80 on the Runaways. Roberts at 65, and Eddie Bruce is at 75. Buffalo Springfield again, that is $49.99 with Obi. Robert Plant, the Principle of Moments. Robert Plant is $44.99. Check out how nice that is. Beautiful, pristine white cover, $44.99. Robert Plant. Jeff Beck Flash. This is actually in shrink wrap with the Obi. That is $39.99. Jeff Beck Flash with Obi, $39.99. Night Ranger Dawn Patrol. Dawn Patrol has the Obi with it. Custom Night Ranger Obi, $39.99 for that. Vinyl on all these are pristine. David, you did get sports, yes. John Wilson wants Robert Plant. Robert V is out on Don Henley. Eddie Bruce is at 75. And we're going to say Don Henley is 75, going once, going twice. And the Runaways is still at 80 with Paul Beal. Paul Beal has the Runaways for 80, going once, going twice. So 75 and 80, going once, going twice on both of those to the respected bidders. John Wilson on Robert Plant, and David Howard wants the Night Ranger. Ever get rushed? Very rarely. I've got like 2 in since I've been doing this, and you can probably guess where those are at. At home in a crate somewhere in my house. Michael Schenker, Anthology. Michael Schenker Anthology, $44.99. This one has scuffs on it. We're going to call it VG++ EX, and that is $44.99. You did get Kiss Alive too. Yes, Tim, you did. You did. Debbie Blair takes the Jeff Beck. We have Led Zeppelin 4, and this is a VG Plus copy, which means probably like it's going to look absolutely, yeah, looks pretty nice. $74.99, Led Zeppelin 4. This has the Obi, the insert, and the original inner sleeve, which is a really cool inner sleeve. I've stared at that for a long time looking at the lyrics. That is, the lyrics of Stairway to Heaven. Led Zeppelin 4 is $74.99. That's nice. Okay, going twice, going 3 times. Don Henley and the Runaways going twice, $75 and $80. $75, $80. That's now the final call. Michael Schenker Group. This is MSG. I think this is just self-titled. Pristine, $44.99. Pristine copy, $44.99. MSG, Michael Schenker Group, One Night at Budokan. That is $49.99. 2LP, Obi, and insert. That is pristine. In Concert in Central Park, Simon & Garfunkel, $39.99. Simon & Garfunkel in Central Park, the concert, $39.99. Eagles, the Long Run. Check that out. Very, very nice. That is $49.99. And Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar is $44.99. All right, let's sell these. Paul Beal gets the Runaways for $80. Paul Beal, I have yet to reply to your messages. I promise I will do that tonight. Actually, if you want to bump that and say, hey, Chad, I'm still waiting for you to reply. When I end this show tonight about midnight, I will take care of you, along with a list of other stuff I have to do. Don Henley is sold to Eddie Bruce, and that was for $75. And Paul Beal got the Runaways for $80. And Eddie Bruce also wants the Eagles. Sammy Hagar. What's the name of this one? Or is it just self-titled? I think that's the self-titled Hagar, $44.99. The Police, Every Breath You Take. Check this out. This is the Police Greatest Hits. Technically the singles, but all their singles are their hits. $64.99. The Obi has some damage. It's still attached, but there's a tear about 80% through it. And this is $64.99. Someone's album. Yes, we got that back. We got that back. And just, that reminds me of a couple things on shipping. One, if you checked your tracking number this week and it said delivered to Lebanon, that's not true. Saturday morning, the postman probably scanned in 150 packages. And he's got his like little device in his hand. He scans them and scans them. He's doing like a bulk scan. So the only thing he's doing, he's going beep, beep, beep. He's scanning all the trackings. Then he has options. And it's supposed to be clicked. The option he's supposed to click is he's picked them up. He's done this before, maybe not this exact same person or whoever does it. He accidentally clicks delivered. And so that means all those packages that we had piled up by the front door, they're marked delivered to everybody everybody that had a package going out Saturday, they all get marked delivered. So, and it says in Lebanon at at the mailbox. So we have to send out. Actually, we were already getting immediate messages, and we've had to save a custom reply, and we've probably sent it out to like 100 people. This is a mistake. Your package is on its way. Some people's already got theirs, but if you ever see that happen, you might want to message us just in case, but that is an error when they come and pick that up. There's no way they can reverse it either. They can't undo it. I mean, he may, but he'd have to scan all those packages again, so they're probably not going to do that. So that's what happens. Also, if you ever have to return a record to us, make sure you send it back media mail. We've had 2 people send back records priority mail, and to ship a record back priority mail, one of them cost, and I think Tracy, yours, it was like $16.10. You can ship back a record for under $5. You make sure you tell the post office if you have to go do it in person, if you don't print the label from your house, you want to ship it back media mail. Media mail. Otherwise, a lot of times a lot of people just walk in the post office and they say, I need to ship this back, and it's just in a package. The post office don't know it's media mail, so they charge you priority, which is very expensive, $15, $20. Michael Schenker Group, Assault Attack. Michael Schenker Group is $44.99. The Beatles, Please Please Me. The Beatles, Please Please Me, $64.99. That's about what the other one should have been priced, $64.99. That's okay, Tracy. I don't think we really tell anybody to do that. So, but just so everybody knows, that's what happens. Media mail, it usually don't get lost, but it takes a long time for it to get here. It will get misplaced. It will probably get temporarily lost, but sometimes a media mail package can get lost in a warehouse. They'll find it about 3 months later. But yeah, and it's uninsured. They're very rough on media mail. They throw it, they stack it, they chunk it, they run over it with lifters, and it gets the bottom of the barrel treatment. That's why it's so cheap. Priority, not much better handling, but it gets here a lot quicker. So, Queen's Greatest Hits. Let's auction this. This is a pristine copy of Queen's Greatest Hits with Obi. $70 start. Queen's Greatest Hits. This is $70 with Obi. With Obi. $70 start on that. Led Zeppelin, the song remains the same. Led Zeppelin, the song remains the same. And that is with Obi. And this is very nice. This is a $110 start. Let's show this in detail because you want to see the details. This is exceptionally nice. Led Zeppelin, the song remains the same soundtrack with Obi, and it's complete, and it is a gem in baseball card grading, what we call gem mint. There's the book that came with it, which they didn't attach this in the gatefold like they did the U.S. These came loose. And then there's the insert, which is a unique Japanese-only insert with the lyrics and this here. So this is a $110 start. The code is P5544. P5544. N. 5N. P5545N. 110 on Led Zeppelin. Top copy. $110 start on that. We just sold Led Zeppelin 3 not too long ago. Robert V's in on Led Zeppelin, 110. And Robin Walker's in on the Queen at 70. All right. Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams. Steve Miller Band is $44.99. We've also got Jay Giles Freeze Frame. Never seen a Japanese pressing of this. $39.99. I think in all the packages we've sent, I don't know, we had that one we never did. I think there's one package that it never did get located. It was a Goo Goo Dolls Greatest Hits. It was a first-time buyer, too. I told her, I said, this is unbelievable. We've never had this happen before. Never did show up. Culture Club Color by Numbers, $39.99. Walt Cruz wants Jay Giles, sold to Walt Cruz. Walt Cruz on Jay Giles. REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity. REO Speedwagon, and this one is, we've marked it VG. This must have some pretty heavy marks on it. $24.99. Was there a feeler? Oh yeah, side B is kind of messed up, isn't it? Side B has a lot of weird looking scuffs on it. $24.99. REO Speedwagon High Infidelity, $24.99. Probably, I hadn't test played that one. That might be one I need to test play, but I'm sure that thing, like I said, those scuffs, it's like you don't even hear them. Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun, $39.99 with Obi. So Led Zeppelin, going once, going twice to Robert V for $110, and Queen is going once, going twice for $70. How much was the Police and was the greatest hits? Yes, so we had the Police singles. The Police singles was the greatest hits. What happened to the Police? Or did we sell it? We didn't sell the Police, did we? Did we sell the Police? Has the Police come through the counter over there? No, there it is. The Police was $64.99. Pristine vinyl. The Obi has a 80% tear across the top. Other than that, has a piece of tape on it, a couple pieces of tape. That is $64.99. Yes, that's the singles, aka greatest hits. Going twice, going three times on Queen and Led Zeppelin, $110 and $70. The Monkees Best. This is a Monkees greatest hits, $39.99. Jack Suslak wants Simon and Garfunkel. Jack Suslak. Jack, I struggle with your name, but I get it out anyway. Takes the Simon and Garfunkel. I will do a recap on this crate as soon as I'm done with it. Looks like we got about 10 or 20 more in here. Cutting Crew Broadcast. Cutting Crew Broadcast with Obi. That is $49.99. Cutting Crew Broadcast with Obi. David Howard wants the Monkees. So did David Howard. Hall & Oates Big Bam Boom. $39.99. Hall & Oates Big Bam Boom. Blondie Auto American. No Obi on this one. This is one of the first ones in the crate with no Obi. But it is a very, very nice pressing. $34.99. George Buchanan on Cutting Crew. So my cousin is looking for a copy of this. As y'all know, it's not easy to find a U.S. pressing. It's not like a rare record or anything. We just don't forget them. And these are kind of pricey because they're Japanese and they sell immediately. I think this is the third one we've sold. And he's like, well, can you order me a CD? There's nothing. When I search Cutting Crew with my distributors, there's absolutely nothing. There's no vinyl. There's no CDs. There's nothing. It's amazing. George Buchanan on Cutting Crew. David Howard on Hall & Oates. And George Buchanan, you were second on Hall & Oates. Let's go ahead and sell these two auctions here. Robert V gets Led Zeppelin for $110. And Robin Walker gets Queen's Greatest Hits for $70. The reason I wanted to go ahead and sell the Queen is because we have another one in here. And it's a little bit lower grade. It has a torn, well, actually, the vinyl's the same. It just have a damaged Obi. $59.99 on this one. So vinyl is identical, just has some Obi damage. And yes, the Obi does add that much value to these. $59.99. Like I said, on some things, they can be worth as much as $50 more if you have the Obi with it. So there's another Queen's Greatest Hits, $59.99. John Denver, Wind Song with Obi, $29.99 on Denver. The Beach Boys, Rock and Roll Best 20. Never seen that before. Must be a 20-track compilation, $39.99. Boston, Don't Look Back. Japanese Press, no Obi. Orange label. Feels very heavy. I wonder if it has a poster or something with it. Maybe just be the thickness of the cover. It looks like there's definitely a couple inserts. $44.99 on Boston. Christopher Cross is $29.99. His famous first album, $29.99. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, LTD. Monkees Arista reissue. Near Mint with Obi, $39.99. And another Hall & Oates. This one is called Best. This is the greatest hits. It is. Sarah Smile, Rich Girl, $39.99. Hall & Oates. That's Hall & Oates Best. And I had one more record here to put up for auction. And we have officially reached our piece of cardboard. Van Halen, 5150. A pristine copy with Obi. Van Halen, 5150. Pristine copy with Obi. $75 start. It is a top copy. Has, I think, at least one insert. Yeah, has the Van Halen book with it. This is very, very nice. Oh, no damage to the Obi. 5150. All right, so Eric wants the Police. I don't think Jeff Helton wanted it. He never did say he did. He kind of had dibs on that from earlier, unless I missed it or he lost his connection. We're going to go ahead and tag it with Eric. Eric Smalley. Is Eric a new buyer with us? Okay, Eric Tanner's already messaged you. Make sure you message our page, please. We'll need your information, so make sure you check your inbox. We need a message from you to invoice you with your mailing address and your email address. Jimmy Ball wants the Hall & Oates. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. And Grant Peltzer takes the Christopher Cross. Grant Peltzer on the Christopher Cross. Luke Mitchell, Jimmy Ball already got the Hall & Oates. Okay, quick flip through the Japanese bin. Everything in here is still available. We're looking for a $75 start on Van Halen 5150. The first Sammy Hagar album. Van Hagar, some people say, because they didn't like Sammy Hagar. Or some did, and I guess they may call it Van Hagar. Okay, we had Cars Greatest Hits, $54.99. Paul McCartney, Press to Play, $39.99. Queen, A Night at the Opera, $59.99. King Crimson, Wake of Poseidon, $84.99. You left Hall & Oates in the bin. Did I? Oh, I must have handed you the wrong one, Tanner. I gave you Monkeys instead. Yeah. Thank you for catching that. I gave them the Monkeys instead. So, here's the Monkeys I just accidentally handed Tanner, $39.99. Buffalo Springfield Again, $49.99. Michael Schenker Group Anthology, $44.99. Led Zeppelin 4 is $74.99. Michael Schenker Group, $44.99. Michael Schenker Group One Night at Budokan, $49.99. Sammy Hagar Self-Titled, that was $44.99. Michael Schenker Group Assault Attack, $44.99. The Beatles, Please Please Me, $64.99. Steve Miller Band Book of Dreams, $44.99. Culture Club Color by Numbers, $39.99. REO Speedwagon High Infidelity, $24.99. Rod Stewart, almost said Blonde Stewart, because the name of the album is Blondes Have More Fun, $39.99. I guess you could call him Blonde Stewart. Blondie Auto American, $34.99. No Obi on that one. Queen Greatest Hits is $59.99. John Denver Windsong, $29.99. The Beach Boys Rock and Roll Best 20, $39.99. Eddie Bruce wants REO Speedwagon. Eddie, just so you know, side B has like 4 or 5 scuffs on it. Non-fillable, non-audible, that we are assuming. I hadn't checked this one, but by the looks of it, it shouldn't cause any problems. But that's why that one's kind of marked the way it is. Pete Weisgarber takes the Beatles Please Please Me. I was waiting for someone to grab that. That's sold to Pete. And Boston, no Obi. Pristine Japanese, though, $44.99. And that's it. We almost have, we probably, by tomorrow or for Thursday night show, Paul Brothers wants John Denver. Probably by tomorrow night show, we'll have, or excuse me, I keep saying tomorrow. Thursday night, Thursday or Friday night, we'll have an entire, another crate assembled of new Japanese stuff. We got quite a bit, don't we, Seth? Another crate at least? Seth doesn't communicate well. Yeah, we'll have at least 100 more. All right, let me see what's in this bin here. I've got 4 crates, so I guess now is officially our first bin of new arrivals, because we hadn't really, yeah, we've got a whole bin of new arrivals. 4 whole bins of new arrivals over here we have not gone through yet. Led Zeppelin was $74.99, and it had maybe a couple scuffs on it. The vinyl wasn't absolutely pristine, but just so you know. But it was pretty nice. It was $74.99. No one is going to bid on Van Halen. I'm going to leave that up for like 60 more seconds. You can bid now and hope that no one else bids and you get it for $75, or you can wait and I'll be like, okay, if anybody wants it, first come, first serve, and then you can risk getting beat out by a faster connection. Your pick. I'm going to leave it back there, though, for a couple more seconds. Right, Tanner? All right, so Thursday night, I think now, well, we've been through a couple bins of vintage, but one was, I think one was a recap, and maybe one was from Kevin. So I think we're just now getting into the new stuff. And this is all check condition. This is all check condition. Paul Brothers said I'll bid $75. Going twice, going 3 times. Paul Brothers, Van Halen, $75. These are all check condition records. The Isley Brothers, It's Our Thing, VG Plus, $14.99. So I will tell you the condition. You've got top copies won't be in here. That would be near mint minus or EX plus. And then this crate starts at EX, which is like a 7 on a 10 scale. An EX record in here is going to be pretty nice on the vinyl. And then it goes down from there. If I don't grade the covers, I just tell you the condition of the vinyl. Most of the covers are probably going to be VG plus. If the cover is exceptionally nice looking or if it's exceptionally bad looking, I'll let you know. But most of the covers, you can assume VG plus, which to me, a VG plus cover is going to have moderate shelf wear on it. Kind of like this. Well, this would probably be more like a VG. This one has some spine chipping. So if you want to know the condition of the cover specifically, ask me before you claim it. War All Day Music, VG plus $14.99. War All Day Music. Yeah, this is more like a VG cover here. VG plus. It's got some marks there, scratches or something. War VG plus $14.99. Bill Withers Adjustments. Bill Withers is $29.99. He didn't put any condition notes on this one. It looks about like a VG plus. He forgot to mark that one. VG plus $29.99. Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line, is a VG plus $9.99. A VG plus record, when you listen to it, when you drop the needle, it's going to make some light pops and stuff. You know, it's going to sound like a used record. This is a VG plus $19.99. New order, VG plus $19.99. This is a 12-inch single, I think, though. It's New Order, True Faith in 1963, 1987. Zach Biley is Johnny Cash. And let's go ahead and sell Van Halen to Paul Brothers. So Paul Brothers gets Van Halen for $75. Zach Biley gets Johnny Cash. Susie, you were second. Little Feat, Time Loves a Hero. Little Feat's a VG plus $14.99. And we have The Who, Quadrophenia, VG plus $26.99. The Kids Are All Right, The Who. That's like a soundtrack, but it's pretty much a greatest hits. Usually has a book with it. Yeah, it has a book with it. VG plus $24.99. This one, the top cover is always worn because that's how people had to open it, and they flip through it, and it's always worn. VG plus $24.99 on The Who. Breakin' soundtrack. Breakin' is a VG copy, $14.99. Times Square soundtrack, VG plus $24.99. And American Gigolo soundtrack, VG plus $14.99. Quadrophenia, label, and book. Jeff has asked, and then Ron Phillips said, I'll take it. So let me show this to Jeff. If he passes, Ron, it's yours. It's on the track label, which is OG. And yes, it has the book with it. Has the big book with it. That's a VG plus $26.99. Jeff, that's yours if you want it. If you don't, it is automatically Ron Phillips. David Cox takes the Breakin' soundtrack, and Walt Cruz wants the Times Square soundtrack. Those all three are sold. American Gigolo. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry, with hype sticker. We're not going to take it. VG copy. So here's a good example of a VG vinyl, but this cover is very nice. This would be a nice upgrade. It is punched, but it has the hype sticker on it. Very nice, $14.99. So give Ron Phillips the Quadrophenia. So Ron Phillips, David Cox, and Walt Cruz on those. Jackson 5, Skyrider, VG Plus, $9.99. Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, VG Plus, $24.99. Jamie Shears on the Twisted Sister. I guess this is technically the second crate of vintage. The first crate of vintage we were going through, that's when everybody was having connection problems. So we'll probably go through that one later in part 2. By the way, what time is it? 8:56. We'll pause tonight at 9:30. That will be our pausing time tonight, 9:30. Jamie Shears on Twisted Sister. Bill Fratsky, you were second. And Stephen Bender, you were third. Eddie McKenna takes the Royal Scam. Steely Dan. That's a great album. Steel Eye Span. Steel Eye Span is a VG Plus $14.99. Led Zeppelin 4. If you don't want the Japanese pressing, you can have a VG US pressing. Let's see what catalog number it is. It is a 4-digit. Is it a Porky? It's PRC. It's not a first press. It is a 4-digit catalog number, though. Led Zeppelin 4. Presswell pressing. That is a VG copy for $19.99. Obscured by Clouds, Pink Floyd. VG Plus $44.99 with cover damage. These always have something wrong with the cover. This one's missing a corner. I don't think that's a notch corner either. It looks like something ripped it off. VG Plus, though, Obscured by Clouds. That sold to Jonathan Bodine, $44.99. VG Plus. Other than that, the cover looks fine. This is James Taylor's first album. James Taylor, self-titled. VG copy, $9.99. VG copy, $9.99. That should be on Apple. It is Apple Records. That was his first label, his first release. James Taylor, VG copy, $9.99. Susie said she'll take the Zeppelin. Jonathan Bodine got Obscured by Clouds. Eddie was second, but he said he was going to pass if it came back to him. But Susie wants Led Zeppelin. And Jonathan got the Floyd. Savoy Brown, Skin and Bone. Savoy Brown is a VG Plus, $14.99. Madonna, Express Yourself, 12-inch single, VG Plus, $14.99. Merle Haggard, his 30th album, VG Plus, $9.99. Mick LaFoot put Mice. Mice? I think that's a... We'll see what he corrects that to. Charlie Daniels, Honey in the Rock, is a VG Plus, $19.99. And Mice Ate the Corner. We'll never know. Jackson Browne is EX, $12.99. Usually it's Kevin's collection. There's a couple... Dog's got a hold of a couple of his records. Dave, this is another OG press of this album. We had one the other night. This is EX, $12.99. Could be. You never know about records. We've seen some weird stuff happen to records. Tom Steyer on Madonna. Tom Steyer on Madonna. Jeffrey Walker on TS. TS. That could be for Twisted Sister. If so, that was a while back. You might want to check your connection. Unless there's something else in here. And then Sean McAllister, you were second on Madonna. And Jeff McMaster, you were first to Jackson Browne. I will wait and see what TS was for. Jay Giles Band, Freeze Frame is a VG copy, $9.99. Stephen Stills is a VG Plus, $9.99. VG Plus, $14.99 on Stephen Stills. Bob Welch, French Kiss, VG Plus, $12.99. Rich in London, Buddy Rich. Buddy Rich in London, EX, $17.99. Bonanza, original TV cast. It's been a while since I've seen one of these. I have one of these in my collection. Pretty cool. I mean, it's them singing and talking. But if anything, I mean, the cover is fantastic. This is a nice cover, too. VG Plus, $14.99. It's got the original RCA sleeve, too. Bonanza. Of course, Lauren Green, he was actually, I mean, he has music out where he sings. So does, I'm pretty sure, Pernell Roberts. But I don't think these guys, Michael Landon and Dan Blocker, I don't think they were actually singers, but I think they're at least trying on this record. So, $14.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, VG Plus, $14.99. Yngwie Malmsteen Trilogy is a VG copy, $14.99. Susie Breelove on the Bonanza, sold to Susie. Yngwie, they do have a Christmas album. It's really cool. Christmas at the Ponderosa. It's the living room, big Christmas tree in front of their fireplace. Very cool record. Jimi Hendrix Experience, RU Experience, VG Plus, $24.99. Regular one-tone reprise label, VG Plus, $24.99. Was, Not Was, Born to Laugh at Tornadoes, VG copy, $9.99. We have REO Speedwagon, self-titled, VG Plus, $14.99. Mick said, take Yngwie Malmsteen, sold to Mick LaFoot. T-Rex Tanks. T-Rex Tanks is a VG Plus, $19.99. Win, Lose, or Draw, Allman Brothers, VG copy, $12.99. The Greatest, Ray Charles. This is on Atlantic. It's a reissue. It's got a barcode on the back. VG Plus, $14.99. Also has some sticker residue on the front. VG Plus, $14.99. The Greatest, Ray Charles. San Antonio Ballbuster, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, VG copy, $9.99. John Wilson takes the Allman Brothers, sold to John Wilson. We have Grandmothers, Looking Up Granny's Dress, an anthology by the grandmothers and other ex-members of Mothers of Invention. VG copy, $9.99. Looking Up Granny's Dress. We have Nantucket. Another interesting looking cover. VG Plus $14.99, half man, half lobster. The Safaris, Wipeout. VG Plus $19.99 on dot. Hey, that's on Stranger Things 4. I've been paying attention to all the things on the Stranger Things 4 soundtrack because if there's anything on the Stranger Things 4 soundtrack, it has recently got popular. Right, Tanner? Pop Music. Pop Music. VG Plus $14.99. The new Rotary Connection, Hey Love. New Rotary Connection is EX74.99. I was about to say, I think I've had one of these before. Not a cheap record. Hey Love, the new Rotary Connection, EX74.99. Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker is the name of the album as well. VG Plus $24.99. Part of my job is to keep up with current events and movies and TV show soundtracks because that usually drives up the demand for certain artists and LPs like Elvis right now, or anything that's appearing on a TV soundtrack, or like you got Nirvana. Of course, that was already exceedingly popular, but one song on the new Batman movie, and then the demand for Nirvana's Nevermind jumps up 10,000 more %. Charlie Daniels Band, Whiskey. Charlie Daniels Band is a VG Plus $19.99. Walt Cruz takes the Safaris. Walt Cruz on the Safaris. That is sold. And Billy Joe, Songs in the Attic. VG Plus $9.99. Billy Joe, Songs in the Attic. Yep, it took one Kate Bush song for half of a generation that didn't even know who she was to find out who she was. The Guitars That Destroyed the World. A VG copy, $9.99. VG copy, $9.99. This is a compilation. The Guitars That Destroyed the World. VG, $9.99. It's Pop Music, a 12-inch from M. I think Pop Music is a full album. It includes the hit single Pop Music, promotional copy not for sale. That's the full album. VG Plus $14.99 with the Andy Warhol Einsteins on the back. VG Plus $14.99. Jeff McMaster on Billy Joe. Jeff McMaster on Billy Joe. Bad Company is a VG Plus $14.99. This has the hype sticker on the back with the track listing. Burning Sky, VG Plus $14.99. Michael Massey said, I'll take it. That was Pop Music. Adam Stein, You Were Next. What's the best Billy Joe album? Oh my gosh, that could cause an argument. Probably 52nd Street or Stranger. Is it just called Stranger? The one where he's laying in bed? Yeah. Or laying on a bed? Yeah, Stranger. Probably Stranger or 52nd Street. Guitars That Destroyed the World. That is sold to Robert Johnson. That's pretty popular. We've had these before, but this is awesome comp. Bluest are cool. Yeah, this is... I should have read the trade. If these ever pop up again, might want to grab one if it don't sell all the way. So, looks like the Stranger is by far winning the poll. Yeah, Stranger at 52nd Street sells really good too. If you notice, we sell all Billy Joe albums. By the way, where's that? Is that copy of... What did I do with that copy of Imagine? I listened to those last night, and we have a copy of his first album. I need to put those up for auction. Do we have time? Yeah. Let me find those. Excuse me one second. I got a copy of Imagine, and I listened to those last night. There was absolutely nothing wrong with them. And what happened to Joshua Tree? Are those ready to go? Okay, yeah. I knew I had some more stuff to auction. When it comes showtime, I always forget about stuff. Here they are. Here they are. I got labels somewhere. Yeah, let me grab that stuff too. If we don't, yeah, that's check condition. Okay, I'll go ahead. So yeah, I got a stack of auction stuff over here I forgot about, including the Joshua Tree and Bon Jovi and the Doors and all kinds of stuff. Guitars, Ron Phillips wanted Bad Company. Ron Phillips on the Bad Company, Burning Sky. That's sold to Ron Phillips. And I've got Don McLean, American Pie. Don McLean, American Pie. VG Plus $14.99. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal. VG copy $14.99. We have The Power and the Glory, Gentle Giant. VG copy $12.99, Gentle Giant. And Roger Taylor from Queen? Yeah, same Roger Taylor, I believe. Capitol, pretty sure. This has some cover damage at the bottom. Strange Frontiers, Robert Taylor. Strange Frontiers. VG Plus, about a VG minus cover because of the damage. Sherry Darnell on Don McLean. Sold to Sherry Darnell. Robert Johnson takes Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal. Hadn't seen a vintage copy of that in a while. We have Absolutely No Rat. And we have new vinyl. Yes, I have a whole crate of on-sale stuff that I've never shown before. Let me go ahead and run these two auctions, though. These are just going to be dollar start auctions. Hope everybody's paying attention, because I listened to both of these last night, and they had some marks on them. Both of them have very light noise when you listen to them. And I'm not just talking about in the couple of the scuffs, but kind of throughout the album. So I'm going to grade these VG++, because they're still exceptionally nice, and they sound great. And by the way, the Imagine album by John Lennon is very good. I mean, there's, of course, Imagine's on here, but it also has some other very good songs. I like that second one, Crippled Inside, Jealous Guy, I Don't Want to Be a Soldier, Give Me Some Truth, How Do You Sleep, Oh My Love. I don't know about the Oh Yoko song. I think I could have done without that one. But besides that, this is a $1 start. It's a Japanese pressing of Imagine. Has the original inner sleeve, the insert, and it's an Apple. I'm pretty sure it's an OG Japanese press of that. $1 start on Imagine. $1 start on Imagine. And I also listened to this, which I had never listened to from beginning to end, I don't guess. But this is Billy Joel's first album. Billy Joel, Cold Spring Harbor. Another one, $1 start with Obi and insert. This sounded really good. Just very quiet, light noise in the background. But we don't get this in very often. It seems like we've had them more recently than ever before. But this is Billy Joel's first album, Cold Spring Harbor. Great tracks on it. You know, I don't think there's really any duds on there when I listened to it. I mean, I enjoyed everything. So those two are up for auction. Here's some stuff you can look forward to either here in part 1 or we'll get to it in part 2. Stevie Ray Vaughan in shrink wrap, Soul to Soul, but the vinyl's kind of beat up. Clint Black, Killing Time, that is sealed. The Outfield, Voices of Babylon. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. U2, Joshua Tree. Bon Jovi, 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit. And I don't think this is something we can auction it, but I think that was something that just ended up behind the counter. But I can put it up for auction. We've had it for a couple of months now. So that's some stuff you can look forward to either during this show or during part 2. Let me flip through this crate. How about I flip through this crate one more time and I'll go ahead and knock out the new vinyl I was going to put on sale. Isley Brothers, if you want to know prices, let me know. Isley Brothers, War, Bill Withers, New Order, Little Feat, The Who, American Gigolo, Jackson 5, Steel Eye Span, James Taylor, Savoy Brown, Merle Haggard, Charlie Daniels, Jay Giles, Stephen Stills, Bob Welch, Buddy Rich, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. No one bought Jimi Hendrix. That's a surprise. Was, Not Was, REO Speedwagon, T-Rex, Ray Charles, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, Mothers of Invention, Nat Tuckett, New Rotary Connection, Joe Cocker, Charlie Daniels, and Roger Taylor from Queen. All right, so let's see. U2 requested label on the doors. How much is Outfield Bon Jovi? Those are all going to be auctioned. They don't have a price. Price is non-existent on them. The price will be determined by the people watching. It's a very nice copy. Waiting for the sun. Tan Electra label. So I've got Stephen Bender is at 31 on John Lennon Imagine. Stephen Bender's at 31 on John Lennon Imagine. And the Billy Joe, Eric Wayne is at $15. Billy Joe, Cold Spring Harbor, Eric Wayne's at $15. Stephen Bender's at 31 on John Lennon. Going once, going twice on both of those. Mothers of Invention. The Mothers of Invention is the Looking Up Granny. It's Grandmothers Looking Up Granny's Dress. That's a VG copy, $9.99. Let's go ahead and put up this Outfield album. We can run 3 because it's 9:12. We got time. The last time we had one of these was from Kevin's collection, and I'm talking about there was a war over it. The Outfield, Voices of Babylon. This is, well, let's see what we have here. We have an original inner sleeve. We have the disc in a new sleeve. And it is very, very nice. I'm going to say it's near mint. I don't see anything wrong with the disc. Near mint minus on that. And the cover, it's a black cover. Shows a little sign of ring wear right up in here. And it's got a little bit of a corner ding. So we're going to call the cover VG Plus, the disc EX Plus near mint minus. $50 start on the outfield. Voices of Babylon. Original inner sleeve. And that's the outfield. Voices of Babylon. Mick LaFoot wants Mothers of Invention. John Wilson is at 16 on Billy Joe. Actually, Jack is at 20. Jack is at 25 because Sean was at 21. I'm just going to leave that outside the cover. And where are we at? Let's see here. What was John Lennon at? John Lennon should be going twice now. John Lennon, Stephen Bender's at 31. Stephen Bender's at 31 on John Lennon, going twice, going 3 times. Jack is at 25 on Billy Joe, going once, going twice. And Stephen Bender said, actually, I have Imagine. Oh, no. Okay, so Sean McAllister, you're at 30 on John Lennon. Sean McAllister, you're at 30 on John Lennon. Going once, going twice. Billy Joe is at 25 with Jack. It takes $50 to get that one started. I'm going to leave it right back here. And Mick took the Mothers of Invention. And whoever asked about new order, yes, there's a new order in here. There's a new order 12-inch single. This is VG Plus 1999. New order True Faith in 1963. VG Plus 1999. Stephen was out on Imagine, so Zachary's now at 31. Okay, so we're at the same bid, but we just moved names. Actually, I got to leave this crate up here because I don't have the vinyl I'm putting on sale. I don't have in a crate yet. Right, Tanner? Man, I'm going to have to get my staff some monsters, except Ed. Ed's the only one lively tonight. Seth, can you wake up for me? Seth says he's studying. I thought he'd already graduated, but now he's got to pass some kind of law exam, so I say good luck with that. I have absolutely no faith in them. I'm just kidding. Robert, we've already sold the grandmothers. Going twice. Jack is 25 on Billy Joe. Going twice. 31 on Imagine, going twice. Outfield is probably about to be sold to somebody. Kiss on sale. Grant's at 50. Kiss on sale. These were $51.99. I'm going to mark them down to $39.99. Kiss rocking at the Ritz. $12 off. Blue colored vinyl, gatefold, Kiss rocking at the Ritz. And this is a live show from the tour, Crazy Nights tour of 1988. Kiss is $39.99. I have 4 of them. Yes, this is an unofficial from Rox Vox. Rox Vox. Kiss rocking the Ritz. $39.99. I have 4 of those. I've also got the Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols was $30.99. I'm going to make those $21.99. The Sex Pistols, Burton on Trend Recordings, live at the 76 Club. This is another Outsider Records, live, unofficial. Sex Pistols, those are $21.99. I've got 3 of them. Burton on Trend Recordings, those are $21.99. So, Sex Pistols is sold to Jason, sold to Mick LaFoot, and I've got 1 left. These are $21.99, Tanner. $21.99. And while you're tagging that, we're going to end these 2 auctions, and I'm going to do a final call on the outfield. Grant's at $50. Going twice, going 3 times on the outfield. Going twice, going 3 times. Jack gets Billy Joe for $25, and Zachary Franklin gets Imagine for $31. 25 and 31. 25 on Billy Joe to Jack, 31 on John Lennon Imagine to Zachary, and this is going twice, going 3 times. Grant on the outfield. Jason gets the last Sex Pistols. Jason gets the last Sex Pistols. That's also $21.99. Robert, you were next, and then Paul Bill, and then David Cox. I only had 3 of them. They're all gone. Still got all 4 of the Kiss, Rockin' at the Ritz. Let me move my crate back here. Ritz. You did steal that. That was a nice sounding record. I listened to that last night. This is on sale. The Eraser, Thom Yorke, was $30.99. Now, I'll say $19.99. Thom Yorke, The Eraser, $19.99. The Eraser, Thom Yorke. This should sell out. A Rob Zombie on sale. I don't think I've ever done this. $31.99. I will mark these down to $24.99. Rob Zombie, Regeneration Vendor, new studio album. I thought it was on colored vinyl, but it don't say that it is. Rob is $24.99. Robert V said he would take an Eraser. An Eraser is $19.99, Tanner. Robert V. Randy Davis takes a Rob Zombie, $24.99. I've got 1 Eraser left and 1 Rob Zombie left. And this is going twice. I think I've already said going twice, going 3 times, but I'm going to make sure one more time. Going twice, going 3 times. Outfield is $50, Grant Peltzer. And Tracy Miller will take a Rob Zombie. Tracy Miller, also $24.99 on that one. Chad, you Sex Pistol list, you have Jason too. Sex Pistols went to Jason, Mick, and Robert Johnson. Is that who you got, Tanner? Is that yes? Okay. Jason, Mick, and Robert Johnson got a Sex Pistols. Who asked me that? Bubby Mercer, yeah. Sex Pistols went to Jason, Schott, Mick LaFoot, and Robert Johnson. And then backup list, which we aren't doing, that was a clearance item. Paul Beal, David Cox. Only wanted 1. Okay. Well, I may have called your name out twice, but yeah, you've only got 1. Okay. Whatever this next one is, no, it's just the same jackets. Anthrax. Boston Breakout. These were $31.99. I'll do these for $19.99. Anthrax, Boston Breakout, Massachusetts broadcast, 1993. This is a 2 LP live Anthrax. This is from Parachute Records, $19.99 on Anthrax. I've got 3 of those. And I've got 3 Neil Young's, The Bottom Line, 1974. I'll also do these for $19.99. Neil Young, Bottom Line, 1974. The New York broadcast from Parachute Records. Neil Young. That's a 2 LP, also live Neil Young, $19.99. Looks like Neil Young, a lot of these unofficials, it looks like he's taking them and reissuing them slowly but surely himself. It's on his own label or on Reprise or whoever owns his catalog now. Susie, Michael Potts, and Jeff McMaster all gets 1. I only have 3 of those. They're gone. Susie, Michael Potts, and Jeff McMaster. Those are $19.99. The Melvins. I think this is they did kind of like the Kiss thing. This is the Joe Preston album. Melvins, Joe Preston. I have 2 of those, and those are $19.99. Do you have White Zombie, La Sisteristo, or Astro Creep? Yes, we have both of them. Also, who was watching last night that wanted a White Zombie record? Somebody asked last night, which White Zombies do you have? And I was like, we have La Sisteristo and Astro Creep. And they said, I'll take a La Sisteristo. And we didn't get that wrote down. I just know we didn't. Because I was keying in stuff last night or adding up stuff last night. I was like, wait a minute, we're missing something. Melvins is $19.99, Joe Preston solo album. And this is a Japanese press. It's fairly recent. King Crimson, The Elements Tour 2014, live at the Orpheum. And this is a new Japanese pressing. And these were $63.99. I will do these for $49.99. King Crimson live at the Orpheum. It is a gatefold, 2 LP. No, it's just a single LP. Single LP, Japanese press. No, new Japanese pressing, King Crimson live. Elements Tour 2014. $49.99. Orpheum. Live at the Orpheum. One of the 2. So, King Crimson. Melvins, Anthrax, Thom Yorke, and then we still got all 4 of the Kiss. Those are on sale. All right, let's sell this to Grant Peltzer. for $50. Grant, you get the outfield Voices of Babylon. All right, so I'm going to say because it is 9:22, I will wait for U2, Bon Jovi, The Doors. Those will be during part 2. Those will be during part 2. And I have other stuff to auction that I probably can find during the break. So all of the White Zombie are music on vinyl pressings, and they are $38.99. That is kind of the standard pricing for most, keyword most, single LP, single disc music on vinyl. They're $38.99. Some are sometimes maybe $2 cheaper, and sometimes you have some that are $41.99. Okay, I'm going to get started in the next crate. No way we can finish it, but we can definitely get started in it. We can definitely get started in it. I'll have to keep eye on the clock. I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm definitely getting kind of hungry, and I can feel that we need to take a break. But I will get started on this for the 100 people still watching with us. The connection was kind of weird tonight. I'm going to, as soon as the feed's over, as soon as we take a break, I'm going to post in the group and see if we can get everybody back on for part 2, because we got a lot of stuff to. Usually, the later it gets, the better the connection gets. So I don't know what's up tonight. Okay, write down Astro Creep for Randy Davis. And we got to figure out who got one last night. I'm not for sure who it was, but I'll go back and watch the feed. But we don't have many Astro Creeps, maybe 1 or 2. So I will go find those. Should be in the zombie section. Keith Emerson with the Nice. Keith Emerson is $29.99. The Best of Mountain. My card's off tonight. I got to adjust my camera. There we go. The Best of Mountain is $19.99. Best of Mountain. Olivia Newton-John, Soul Kiss. Olivia Newton-John is $9.99. Jerry Rafferty, Can I Have My Money Back? Gary Rafferty is $14.99. Hartsfield. Hartsfield is $14.99. Guess that's a self-titled album. Next we have Rosington Collins Band, $24.99. Any place, anytime, any place, anywhere. The original soundtrack to The Magic Christian, Peter Sellers, Ringo Starr, $29.99. That's what they were working on. That's what during that filming of Get Back that Ringo was about to have to go film, or just got, yeah, he's about to go have to film it. Soulful Strut, Young Holt Unlimited. That is $29.99. Grant, yes, you got the outfield. Grant, you got the outfield. The Very Best of Poco. Very Best of Poco, 2LP, $19.99. Grover Washington Jr., Any Inner City Blues. Grover Washington is $9.99. O'Donnell Levy, Dawn of a New Day, $49.99. O'Donnell Levy, Dawn of a New Day, $49.99. The Charles Lloyd Quartet, Dreamweaver, $39.99 on Atlantic. Johnny Winter, Third Degree. Never seen that one before. Johnny Winter, Third Degree, $19.99. Grace Jones, Nightclubbing. Grace Jones, $29.99. Santana, Marathon. Santana is $14.99. This is a 12-inch single from Death Row. The Lady of Rage, Get With the Wickedness, $19.99. Lady of Rage, $19.99. We've got The Best of Bobby Darin. That's an import from where? UK? UK import, $14.99. Here's Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn is $19.99. And Merle Haggard, Okie from Muskogee, $19.99 on Merle Haggard. The Best of, The Lovin' Spoonful, $19.99. And Black and White, Tony Joe White. This has Polk Salad Annie on it. And this is a pretty nice copy. Has a couple of scuffs on it. $49.99. Mike Cochran takes a Johnny Winter Third Degree. Johnny Winter Third Degree, sold to Mike Cochran. British Rock Anthology is sealed, $29.99. British Rock Anthology, The Pie Years. This has David Bowie on it, Donovan, Mungo Jerry, Status Quo, Sandy Shaw, The Kinks, The Searchers, and The Foundations. That is sealed, $29.99. Patsy Cline Showcase, MCA reissue, $24.99. And Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind is $19.99. Gone with the Wind, $19.99. The Battle of Atlanta. Victory Jory. Dramatic narration, music and orchestra, and historical script. Battle of Atlanta, 1999. Waylon Jennings is $74.99. It's not one we see too often. Waylon Jennings. Must be the first press. Orange label, $74.99. Zach Biley on GW. Gone with the Wind. That has the book with it, gatefold. That's sold to Zach. Gene Vincent's 20 Greatest. Japanese press, $44.99. Gene Vincent's 20 Greatest. And we will stop right here. This is a Who box set. Joined together. 3 record set including full color booklet. Live performances from the 1989 tour. Looked better after I knocked off some of that dust. Live performances from the 1989 U.S. tour. Hey, that's an official too. I thought this was a bootleg. This is an official on MCA Records. 3 LP box from the Who, $49.99. I've never seen that before. 1990. Wow. That's probably why. 1990 MCA official press Who box set. I'll do one more. Who is this? Columbia Musical Treasury Super Rock. I guarantee that's a compilation. Columbia Musical Treasury Super Rock, $24.99. Okay, I'm not finished with that crate. We're going to stop there, though. We'll be back in 30 minutes at 10 o'clock Central Time. We've got 2 more crates of vintage to go through. Yeah, we've got 2 more crates of vintage to go through. And the rest of this bin, we'll do a serious recap. I've got a stack of auction stuff to do. And then what else? We'll just keep showing stuff, which all that I just mentioned, it will take at least a half hour to do. So the Static X was War in Wisconsin or something like that. No, Start of War. Start of War, Static X. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you back in exactly 30 minutes. That's not many seconds. We'll be back here, and we'll be on YouTube as well. So YouTube.